Okay, there we are. Yeah. Right off the bat, Egan, I like it. Yes. We all got the colors on tonight.
Just
Very
stretch.
nice, gentlemen. Very
Just
nice.
stretch it.
Yeah, just stretching.
Yeah. Let
So
me
welcome to
adjust my camera.
yeah. Welcome to Adventures in Emathan session 27. So we're going to start off with a little introduction of our characters. So, Egan, why don't you start off tonight?
Thank you. I will be playing Douglan McKayne, Oath of the Protector Paladin, and one of his special powers is he's a protector. Kind of gives it away right in the name, and he has the ability to cast Sanctuary on one of his close friends and give him a little protection, if you will, make it a little harder for enemies to target them. So that kind of sticks with his oath. He likes to do that quite a bit. Actually, no, he did it his first time last session, so he'll be trying to
thinks
do that more
about
in the
it quite
future.
a bit. He thinks
Yes,
about
he
it.
does. He thinks about his friends a lot. And then the other character I'm playing is Lafferty Jones. Lafferty is an alchemist, so a master of inks and fluids and liquids. And so not one but two tattoos are magically imbued. One is basically his familiar, and the other recently is grasping coils that are basically tentacles that basically come out of his hands once, I think, every short rest, or maybe once a long rest, and they hold the enemies until Douglan or Kogaan can bat him on the head.
Which is good strategy. Good
Yes.
strategy. All right, Barry, why don't you go next?
I play Landis. He is a wizard, and I picked as a background the Inheritor background. Now, this is an interesting one where you should probably work with your dungeon master because the whole thing revolves around your character having interesting inheritance that can create plot hooks, story hooks. And Colin wove it into the overarching story of Emathan that our adventure is currently running. And some of the other things you get with the Inheritor background is the survival skill, plus one of your choice from among Arcana, History, and Religion. All fantastic skills. Tools, you get a gaming set or a musical instrument. That just adds a nice little bit of flavor. Any one language, and then your inheritance and some basic gear. And then I also play Nightingale, who went with the charlatan background. Nightingale's all about his fast thinking wits about getting out of trouble, and I figured the charlatan background would be a perfect fit for the kind of street life he grew up on, wheeling and dealing. One of the interesting things he gets from that is the false identity feature. Now, he has created a second identity that includes documentation, established acquaintances, disguises that allow him to assume that persona. And if you watch some of the prior games, you will have met Corey Fairbanks. He's kind of a Western John Wayne kind of character that he portrays every now and then when he needs to travel less conspicuous than Nightingale.
Excellent. And last but not least, Max.
Kogaan Dremnaufinstrunmah. He is a gold dragonborn rune knight fighter, and as a fighter, I get a bonus action ability called Second Wind, which allows me to heal a certain amount of hit points when necessary. Good to have in hand when you're up front and personal with giant crocodiles, for example.
Just as an example. Yeah, absolutely. So we had
Colin, who are you playing this evening?
Today I figured I would play the role of DM, and yeah, it's a role I get lots of practice with, and I don't mind that. So we had a couple of rules things. We're not going to get too heavy into them from last session. The first was about carrying another person. And that basically comes down to you can pick them up if they're dead, willing, or unconscious as your object interaction. And then beyond there, it's just about your carrying capacity as to whether or not it slows you down or affects you in any way. If you attempt to pick up and carry an unwilling person, that falls under the grappling rules, which keeps it pretty straightforward. And then, Egan, you were looking into the possibility of shooting the beads of force with a catapult spell. You can do that. But because... So basically for the catapult spell, the object you catapult has to be between 1 and 5 pounds in order for you to get the bludgeoning damage when it hits its target. You cannot get that. So really the main reason you would use the catapult spell, if you throw a bead of force by hand, it has a maximum range of 60 feet. With the catapult spell, you'd have the maximum range of 90 feet, if that was ever relevant to a situation. Beyond that, then the bead of force just works as usual. And then you would use the save based on whether you threw it or catapult it. There's different DCs to save against shooting there. So
wait till you have someone in it and then use them as ammo.
Yeah, because then it would be 1 pound.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Did we ever find out how
giant
long
hamster wheel.
the sphere lasts?
I don't know if it's in there or not. You'd have to read.
I'll
read
see.
it.
I'll try to research it as we get going here.
Yeah. All right, so that will take us into our session recap, our recap of session 26. So we'll fire up the all-important recap music and take us into a recap of our last session. So, as the last session began, it was mid-morning on the 11th day of the first Trigon of Elok's influence. The party had just departed from Wind-Kept Citadel and stood looking out across the docks. The city of Whalespell was coming alive with activity as the morning sun climbed higher into the sky. A cooler than usual breeze blew in from the north, a reminder that winter is not so far away. The party decided that while they waited for Seer Ezra to get ready to depart, they would check in on Ferric and Dawn Mistwalker and Alanis Wren Moonwatcher. The party headed to Ferric and Dawn Mistwalker's apartment. Arriving, they could see that the place had been broken into and ransacked. A search revealed that there had been a fight inside at some point. In the fireplace, they found a mostly burned up mask that looked very similar to the one that the Mistwalkers had taken from the Nightbringer temple. Concerned for their friends, the party headed to see Axton Embershadow at the Traveler's Arms. Axton was not worried about the Mistwalkers, as adventurers always come and go from the Guildhall. However, based on the party's discovery, Axton promised to spread the word to see if any guild members knew anything about them. Next, the party split up, with Nightingale and Kogaan heading to the Yawning Dog Tavern, while the rest headed to the Muckabout Tinkerer shop. At the Yawning Dog, Nightingale inquired about Alanis. The barkeeper said he hadn't seen her since she left with the Thiefling sisters. He didn't know if she was coming back. Nightingale slipped the barkeep a silver piece, and he revealed that a friend of Alanis's was looking after her townhouse while she was away. At the Muckabout, the party visited with Temzart Roywinkle. Unfortunately, the old tinkerer had nothing of interest for the party. Lafferty was disgusted with all the unfinished projects that lay around the shop and left. With that, they headed to the Yawning Dog to meet up with the others. With lots of time left until Seer Ezra would be ready, the party headed to Alanis' townhouse. Nightingale knocked and the door was opened by Lesrin Dendrum. the friend looking after Alanis' place. Lesrin invited Nightingale in and showed him a letter from Alanis stating that she was staying longer than expected while she looked into something. Nightingale thanked Lesrin for her time and departed. As early afternoon approached, the party traveled back to Wind-Kept Citadel and picked up Seer Yenal. Yenal was surprised to be traveling by skyship and delighted at how fast they would arrive in Windermere. She had been expecting to be traveling by road for many days. During the trip to Windermere, Seer Yenal approached Kogaan. She told him that she could see a powerful spirit that wanted to communicate with him. Yenal told Kogaan that she could help make the connection to allow the spirit to reach him. As she did, the spirit spoke. Forgive me, Max. I'm going to try this again. Kogaan Dremnaufinstrunmah. You know me as Hanoziak. I have spoken to you before, and you answered my call, the call of the Yadobalan. Your Yadobalan carries not only the fate of my Yovan Dovzi, but that of all Dovan. The three have brought you together with others. You must strive to understand why. The answer will help in what lies ahead. Be warned, there are great powers working both with and against you. The road ahead will not be easy. Upon arriving in Windermere, the Stargazer's crews put the ship down a short distance from Seer Ezra Wickermoon's home, a small berry farm outside Windermere. Seer Ezra's mother, Nyla, spoke with Seer Yenal, telling her that Seer Ezra had gone to visit an old hag in a nearby swamp. With the end of the day fast approaching, the party headed into the swamp to find her. After about an hour of travel through the swamp, the party emerged into a small clearing. An old dilapidated cabin sat on the other side of the clearing, with Seer Ezra and the old hag standing out front. As soon as Seer Ezra saw Seer Yenal, she broke free from the old hag and began to run towards her. As the party approached the cabin, 3 giant alligators exploded out of the water and attacked the party. The beasts inflicted heavy damage on some of the party members as the others fought to help them. Although the beasts had the upper hand at the start of the fight, the party battled back. As the last of the giant alligators were slain, the old hag disappeared. After a quick search of the old cabin, the party headed back to Seer Ezra's home. As today's session begins, it is late evening on the 11th day of the first Trigon of Elok's influence. The last of the day's sunlight is disappearing on the horizon. The party has just arrived back at Seer Ezra's home. Nyla has run out to meet you with tears streaming down her cheeks. Seer Ezra jumps from the horse and runs to her mother.
That is a very nice sight to see. A mother and daughter reunited so.
Well, Douglan, I would suggest we put up watch. That hag's got to be around somewhere. It seemed too easy that she just disappeared.
Do you think she would come out of the swamp?
It depends, Kogaan, what her interest is with Seer Ezra. How bad does she want her?
Perhaps a conversation with Ezra is in hand.
I believe so. I have lots of questions.
Agreed. Let us speak with this young Ezra.
Seer Yenal dismounts from the horse as well. She turns to the rest of the party and she says, maybe give us a few minutes and I will calm everyone and then we can speak with them over the, I'm sure, questions you have.
Sure.
Okay. Don't take long. I've got questions.
The seer takes Ezra and Nyla into the farmhouse, and maybe 10 minutes or so later, she ushers all of you to join them inside.
We join.
That's an excellent move. No athletics check for that. We'll just
Attempt to join them in the cottage. Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to use my inspiration and join them.
All right. It's a pretty small farmhouse. There's not seats for every, Nyla is busy trying to boil up some tea for everyone as a hospitality. Ezra looks shaken. She's clearly trying to collect herself. And then Seer Nyla, says Ezra has agreed to answer any questions you have to the best of her ability. She is rather shaken and tired from the day, and I have spoken to both of them, and Nyla agrees that Ezra can travel with us to look for the Timeless Temple.
Does it look like she has any physical wounds of any kind?
None. Other than she looks a bit haggard, but no.
Haggard?
Yeah. Willie Whalen and Haggard.
She was with a hag, so
yes. Oh, I didn't even realize
haggard.
Where I went there. Well caught. Yes, Haggard.
She's been
Nightingale will kind of is Ezra kind of sitting down right now?
Yep, she's just sitting with while Nyla's working on some tea.
Nightingale will slide a chair over kind of beside her and sit down and be like, "My dear, we have a few questions involving your relationship with this hag. What can you tell us, as we know from Seer Yenel that you've seen her more than once?"
This is only my second time. The hag that you saw, her name is Prunelli. She had a sister named Bragwin. Her sister's spirit has possessed me on several occasions. I have been able to fight it off, but I was not able to this time. And Bragwin, using me, went to visit her sister.
Can you recall if Bragwin was like what's the reason she needs to see her sister? Like, what is she telling her?
Nothing really. They were just visiting like sisters would. There was nothing special about their visit.
Have you learned how to prevent this possession from happening again? Are you stronger now?
That is, unfortunately, if I am not strong of spirit, I am more susceptible to being possessed by them. Bragwin is a very strong spirit, and one that has been very persistent in being able to visit with her sister. But when I saw Seer Yenel, I was able to break free of the possession, and that is why I ran to you.
Is Syrianal with us right now?
She is. She's sitting with Seer Ezra.
Syrianal, do you know, is there a way to put the spirit to rest or banish it somehow, maybe, so that it can, be gone, I suppose, and this never happen again? It would seem prudent.
I do believe it could be done, but I guess it would be a matter of how quickly we must be on our way. I do not have the abilities, though I'm sure someone could be brought in that could take care of that. If we do take Ezra with us, the spirit lingers near the swamp, which is unfortunately close to this home, and is why Bragwin has been able to continuously to try and possess Ezra.
Okay, so while we were gone, then there should be no problems.
There should not be, no.
As a safety precaution, should we maybe have Nyla visit family somewhere else while we're gone?
The spirit is not capable of taking Nyla. This is...
His sister might come looking.
That is true. I will speak with Nyla and leave it to her decision. She has lived here knowing the hags are in the swamp for a very long time. We will let her decide.
Fair enough. What do you guys think, Douglan?
I mean, Douglas.
I guess the question is: has there been any malintent, or is it just a spirit that wants to talk to her sister? It seems like they've been living close to the swamp and this hag for quite some time in peace. Is that fair to say? Ezra? Is that fair to say?
Yes, as I did say, Bragwin has possessed me once before. She has tried on other occasions when I was stronger and able to turn her away. But I don't think there's any ill intent. They're just sisters visiting.
To be fair, Prunelli didn't actually try to attack us or harm Ezra. She was maybe startled and summoned these crocodiles in defense.
That's where I'm going with it. I mean,
Yes.
They seem to have lived in close proximity for quite some time. Nyla is how old?
She's 14.
No, Ezra's 14.
Sorry, Ezra's 14.
Right.
Sorry. Nyla is, mid-30s, sort of.
Like really old.
Late 30s, yeah. Childbearing age. Of
Mid-30s, yeah.
So
Really old.
it seems, doesn't seem to be a spirit that is looking for trouble. Tell me, Ezra. Sorry, Nightingale. Tell me, Ezra. The first time you were possessed, do you remember anything about it?
I do. It was just another very simple visit. Quite boring, really. They talked about nothing of interest.
Well, the way I'm reading it, and again, I'm no expert on ghosts and the like, but perhaps you could make some deal with this Prunella that you give your consent and go visit the old hag out there so she can chat with her sister from time to time.
I would rather not. Thank you.
Fair enough.
Well, if there's no threat, then I don't see any reason for us to go after this hag. It's not our objective. I think
Maybe
we need
afterward. We'll see.
to take our time to find this timeless temple. I don't think it's going to be as easy as Ezra pointing it out to us.
Could I say something? Perhaps. Nyla, you said that the hags have lived in the swamp for quite some time, right? Perhaps they may know where the timeless temple is. Perhaps.
The timeless temple is a long ways from here, sir. I don't think they would know.
Okay. I understand. Well,
should we begin our journey?
Yeah, as soon as we're ready to go, let Ezra say goodbye to her mother, and let's be on our way before I become lunch for another reptile.
Seer Yenol says, maybe we should just give them a few minutes and then we'll be on our way.
Mm-hmm.
So you all pile out of the little farmhouse, wait outside, and maybe 5 minutes or so later, the Ezra and Yenol appear. Ezra's carrying a small bag with her, some belongings for the trip ahead.
Oh, we'll get the gals loaded up and get
All
her
right.
pointed in the right direction.
You just have a short walk, maybe a half-hour walk back to where you put the air, or where the sky ship put down to wait for you. It's just about dark now. It's later in the evening. The sun is just enough light that you can kind of make your way along the road without a light source. And you see the lights of the Stargazer ahead of you, just sort of sitting in a field a little ways off the road. And the crew is going about their merry business, waiting for your return.
As we're kind of walking along, Landis will inquire with Ezra about how she found the temple the last time.
I am what most people would call blind, though I see in my own way. I see the energy that the world around us is made up of. And when something is of a magical nature, it emits a different energy than it normally would. And the entranceway to the temple emits quite a bright energy source that I'm able to see from quite some distance away that a normal person would not be able to.
So you'll be able to see this energy from the ship. We won't actually have to be walking the grounds.
Correct. The last time we sailed down the coast, Yen has told me that you have a sky ship, which will make this much easier. We do know the very rough area that it is in, so we simply will need to sail through that area, and I will watch for a sign of the entrance to the temple.
Easy
Well,
peasy,
Ezra,
dragon pepper squeezy.
I like your optimism this evening. Once we get on board, Ezra, I'll get you up to the navigation area, and you can point out on the maps, if you could see them, whereabouts to head.
So Ezra can't see something on a map,
She's blind.
right?
I was hoping.
I was trying to think of how to describe this. If you've watched the Predator movies, the way they see, I mean, theirs is thermal, but it's the same sort of thing. She just sees things.
She sees the Matrix for what it is.
Yeah, exactly. She sees like a person is the shape, an energy shape in front of her, but she can't see details. But she can identify people by the energy they put off. So she's learned to see the world this way.
Perhaps you could describe it to Wigglewander, and he might be able to. He's pretty familiar with the maps of this area.
Well, and Landis and General Verimok both have a pretty good idea of what part of the coastline you need to search. So
perfect.
Yeah.
And from the air, like I say, if this thing glows like a torch, she'll be able to see it.
She should be able to see it, yes.
Excellent.
And then we will do a halo jump and infiltrate stealthily. No, maybe not.
But Kogaan coming down at night might be a good idea. I'd hate to draw unwanted attention.
Yes, if possible, that's probably a good idea.
What do you think, Murfitz? You be able to land this thing in the dark?
Well, based on the area that you were telling me that we're probably going to, it'll be early morning before we get there. We won't have much time for darkness. We'll probably just be arriving in the area around sunup, but I'm sure we'll be fine.
Well, let's just try to keep her as low as you can without,
Landis,
dragging the bottom. Yes.
do you know the spell Featherfall?
I've heard of the spell. I have it
Our
in my
mages-
book.
Oh,
I just don't have it prepared for the day.
I understand. Okay, could be useful here. We could just stay high up and just jump off. We use this. Our mages use the spell in our mountain village sometimes to traverse certain routes. It's very convenient to just jump off a cliff.
I can only take up to 5 creatures with me, though. That would be all of us. We'd have to leave Seer Ezra on the boat.
Well, I
thought it was more, but-
I can float down. I can just take my potion and slowly float down.
We'll see. It may not come to that. I'm just throwing out options.
I will definitely prepare that for the morning, though. I'm sure we have 8 hours, roughly, Dungeon Master, before we get there.
Yeah, it'll take 8-9 hours from where you are here in Windermere to reach the general area identified in the maps where the temple should be.
Well, I can't speak for the rest of you, but I wouldn't mind getting a bit of shut-eye so that I can review my magic and prepare for tomorrow.
A rest would be good.
The captain, I'm assuming you're all kind of standing on the mid deck there, talking as you boarded the ship, and so is that it then? Are we off?
Yes, Murfitz, make haste, my good man.
He gives a quick whistle, and the ship slowly takes off, heading towards the coast of the inland sea, where you've all, based on the information that Landis was able to glean from his time in the libraries in Alagon, and what General Verimok remembers from talking the last time that he was in the Timeless Temple.
Nightingale will walk over to Douglan and be, Douglan, perhaps you should put your ring on Ezra, as she's probably the most valuable person on this boat at the moment.
Are you sure, Nightingale? You were taking quite a hit that last time. That croc had a taste for you, huh?
It would be a fine pair of boots if I could get the bastard on board, but he regrets eating me, as they all do. But if we lose Ezra, we cannot find the temple and get your family back.
Yeah, we can do that. No problem.
I'll promise to stay out of trouble.
Please do.
It may find me, but I won't look for it.
I realize we will probably need to land because we have all of the palm wine and stuff that we need to bring in with us.
Yes. That is...
But
Probably.
Ezra does not need to come into the temple. She just needs to show us the entrance, right? Once we are close, then we'll be fine. She can stay with the safety of the ship.
I'm just worried between here and there.
Of
That's
course.
all. When you got a prize stallion. You don't let it get out of your sight.
Ezra, I know you can only see our energies, but you detect the railings for the top of the ship?
Yep. She can. She sees this kind of. She can see the structure.
It's
But
not the detail.
but not the detail. Yeah,
Sure.
like her world is very plain because she can't.
Monochromatic.
Yeah, she can't see the detail of anything.
Out of curiosity,
Unless it's magical in nature, and then she sees it very clearly.
what do I give an aura, Ezra?
You. She looks at you for a moment or two, and she says, Your energy is very different than anyone I've ever seen before.
I am a Dragonborn, so it would be a little different, perhaps.
Yes. But
Yep.
and she gets a very serious look on her face, Kogaan, as you can see, like, she's looking at you very closely, and she says to you, It's watching you, Kogaan.
Oh, are you talking about Hanuziak?
I don't know who it is, but it's always watching you. There's something wrong. Its hopes lie heavy with you and the others. It can't tell you everything, but you'll understand when the time comes.
Something different than Hanuziak?
I don't know who that is, but it's a very powerful spirit, Kogaan.
Okay, well, see, now I'm getting mixed messages, so thank you very much. I have much to think about and to explore. I hope it is the same entity that I had the honor of experiencing before, but now I am a little concerned, so thank you. I will talk to you maybe never again about this sort of thing.
Oh, I'm sorry if I've upset you, Kogaan.
No. I am not upset. Your help is very welcome. You're a dear girl, and thank you for joining us to help us save the world.
Perhaps, Ezra, you'd like to find a nice place to sit down? Are you hungry?
I'm very hungry.
Ooh, what is
maybe
your favorite food? I will cook it for you. It will be delicious.
if there's just some soup I could have with maybe some bread and butter, that would be fantastic.
Do you like it spicy?
No.
Okay, I will make soup.
Nightingale
I'll go
will
ahead.
take Ezra down to the cook so that Kogaan can do her up a dish. He can beat the gnomes out of the way.
Well, they're all trying to impress.
All right.
Cookie and Deori, they're both down, just doing some meal prep for the next day. Always excited to share their kitchen with Kogaan and learn something new. And you just all sort of collect in the kitchen. There's a little table and that there that Ezra sits at, and Seer Yenol comes to the rest of the party, and she says, thank you very much for what you did for Ezra. She is young and she is very powerful, but she has very much to learn about controlling her powers, and that is why the many spirits that are around us all the time are able to take advantage of her. I have been able to finally convince Nyla after this incident to allow me to take Ezra back to Whalespell with me, where she can begin some proper training and understand how to better harness her abilities.
Nice. Seems very prudent.
It's a large burden for such a young girl.
Lafferty is noticeably trying to avoid Ezra's gaze, by the way.
Ooh, I'm very curious what you see when you look at Lafferty.
No, I'm okay, please, no.
But you
And
are
no,
very
he goes
interesting
out.
because you do lots of magics and you go into your special workshop and things of that nature. So
Yeah, no, I'm okay. I got to check on something, and he leaves.
okay. All right,
Yeah. We'll crash, get some sleep.
All right, so you find you shuffle around some more so that now one of the rooms, Seer Yenol and Seer Ezra are sharing with Maggie. They just throw a bedroll on the floor for the third.
I mean, they can take one of the beds out of mine.
Yeah,
I don't use it.
and I mean the Gith have already set up camp down in the study. It's a crowded house in there, but you all head off to bed, and at some point during the night, in the hallway, you can hear you guys awake to Seer Yenol calling Ezra's name. Like she's just in the hallway, sort of. Ezra, where are you?
Kogaan will poke his head out the door. Seer Yenol, are you awake? Is this an awake thing?
Kogaan, I fell asleep. Ezra is missing. Maggie's gone up on deck to look for her. We need some help. We have to find her.
I will go down below. We're on the mid deck, right?
Yeah.
There's okay. I'm gonna.
Do the rest of us hear the commotion?
Yeah, I mean she was not trying to be quiet. She was calling Ezra's name.
Oh, well, split up and start searching for her.
All right. It's a big ship. I think. Do you want me to share the map again, or?
I've got it.
I just brought it up. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Just sort of let me know where. I know Kogaan said he's headed down into the hold.
Correct.
I'm thinking Marshall, magical. So Lafferty's going to follow Kogaan. Douglan will go up. If anyone wants to join him. Well, what room were they in?
They're in the middle cabin.
Got it. Okay.
Can you share that image, Colin? I can't find it.
I sure can. Need to line it up for the.
And Lafferty's gonna, although it's kind of tough for the owl to fly inside, I would assume, but she can go out, kind of fly around the ship.
Yeah, Nightingale will go up onto the upper decks, and Landis will follow Kogaan around the lower decks.
Okay, so there is a hatch. If you look on the lower deck there's a hatch right by the central mast. That is the hatch that goes down into the hold. You see the staircase that goes down there. Kogaan, as you open the hatch and you start down the stairs, you hear Ezra's voice. And she is saying, I did everything I could to help.
Ezra, are you okay? I say as I make my way down the stairs. I guess I wouldn't have my armor on because we were sleeping, but I would have grabbed my shield and flail.
Okay.
Lafferty's gonna message Douglan that we think we found her to come down.
As Kogaan, as you reach the bottom of the stairs, You heard the voice towards the stern, the rear of the ship. Sort of through the stairs, you can see Ezra, and there are two spirit-like forces that are circling her. And the second you hit the bottom stair, they both turn back. They both look towards where you're coming down the stairs.
Damn.
They sound fine.
And these two spirit forces start moving towards you.
Very bad. Very bad.
All right. So what we are going to do here, I'm actually going to swap maps. It will be the Stargazer map, but this one is gridded for combat. So I will...
Gridded for her pleasure. Guys, I'm trying to get the 18 to 25 demo.
Yeah.
Okay, I will share that. I've just got to line this up.
You're nailing it then, bro. You're nailing it.
Yes. Yeah, trying. Can't help it, guys. I have a problem.
Okay, hopefully you all have the ship there now.
So do we have to, will we assume that it had been a long enough time that warriors are out of their armor?
Yes.
You basically got your basic weapons and...
I'm gonna, you know, you guys are a hardened, cautious bunch. You're gonna have some weapons with you, not your armor. And
My thought has always been it's hard to get a long rest when you're wearing.
yeah, and nobody's achieved a long rest yet, so you're still whatever state you were in after fighting the alligator.
Very well.
All right, let us get some initiative rolls there. I will...
Vibin.
Vibing. We be vibing.
Okay, I will roll some initiative for the rest of the gang. Oh, and they did very well. Okay, Kogaan, you are basically at the bottom of the stairs.
So right there, basically.
Nope, the stairs move towards the front of the ship. So you're...
Do they? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so and who's at the top of the stairs? I think it was Landis was with him.
Yeah,
Landis and Lafferty.
Landis and Lafferty.
Okay, Landis, I'm gonna put you just basically
At
you're
the
on
hatch?
on the lower deck at the hatch,
Okay.
and Lafferty, you're just behind, waiting for your chance to head down the stairs. So that we can.
Nightingale was in the upper deck.
I did message though. When because he heard Lafferty heard with Kogaan when because he was right there. We heard, so the minute that he heard the voice, he messaged Douglan to come down. Just
Okay.
FYI.
I'm just going to put the two of you on the main deck there, heading towards the hatch down.
Perfect.
And we will start there. With this map, you should be able to switch your tokens between the decks because there's no walls or anything to hamper your movement.
10 feet of movement for the stairs. Is that about right?
Yep. 10 feet of movement for the stairs. All right. So these ghostly entities just have basically started to rush towards Kogaan. How are you at the bottom of the stairs already, Lafferty?
You put him there.
I'm sorry. I put him on the wrong deck. Never mind. DM error.
I swear I didn't do it. I swear.
Here, just take another Spectre screen just for fun.
Oh gosh.
Oh god. Maybe Lafferty will get a girlfriend.
Oh man.
All right. This creature.
Oh, high initiative.
It's crazy. They're not actually showing up on the combat tracker, Colin.
That's interesting. I can see them on mine.
Can you guys see them on yours?
They're so ghostly we can't see them when they go.
Did you drop them on the map, or did you drop them into the combat tracker and then the map?
I'm looking at them on the... Can you see Seer Ezra or Seer Yeno?
Nope.
Nope.
Just us.
Very interesting.
I can see Seer Ezra's token, but no one in the combat tracker.
Yeah, I can see Ezra's token as well.
But not the two specters?
Yeah, I can see those.
The tokens, but not the tracker.
The
in the actual combat tracker.
No.
Travel to the Timeless Temple Specters.
I don't know why that would be. Yeah, you just have to deal with the token.
Okay. Can do. Knock him dead, Kogaan.
It's all you, buddy.
Okay, so the first specter just basically sails right through you, Kogaan. It comes through the stairs, through you, around the other side, and just claws at you with its nicely manicured nails. It just got back from the salon. All right. So, for those unfamiliar with specters, they will be making a life drain attempt each time is their attack. Basically clawing into you, drawing your life force from you. First attack on Kogaan.
Advantage.
Why on earth did it... You must have... Oh, you're prone right now.
Oh.
Left over from...
fall down, Kogaan.
Did
he trip down the stairs?
So beaten up that he's just crawling everywhere he's going.
Okay, I will try that again.
So
without advantage.
Athletics check to get down the stairs.
All right, it hits you, Kogaan. Now the way that this works, it does necrotic damage, 3d6. Whatever you take in terms of damage, you then have to make a Constitution saving throw. And if you fail the saving throw, your maximum hit points are temporarily dropped by that amount as well.
Oh, piece of cake, man.
You got this?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
All we wanted to do was make fucking soup tonight. That's all.
That's all I wanted to do.
I did get this. I did get the soup made, so we're good.
Good.
We're good there.
All right. 10 points of damage. I will make the save for Kogaan. You save, so that is not permanent damage. Well, it's not permanent anyway. It's temporary. It goes away after a long rest.
Yeah. I don't take the effect, though.
You do not. All right, our second specter moves
I rolled
along.
like 57 initiative.
Yeah, I, by the way, still can't see them. I
On
don't
the
know if you guys can.
On your map, you can't?
No, the map I can, but not the combat
Yeah,
tracker.
no, they're not in the
we-
tracker.
I'm not sure what's going on with the combat tracker there, but
We don't get to hit them. That's fine. That's all
well,
right.
you just drop it on their token.
Fine.
You'll be fine. All right, second attack on Kogaan. It hits. That's what happens when there's no armor involved.
Yep.
All right. And your second save. You succeed. Well done. Kogaan ain't taking no permanent damage from these guys.
Nope.
All right, that takes us to Kogaan. So Kogaan, these two specters are just screaming and scratching at you. They've got you surrounded.
All right. I will use my action to disengage. And then I will run this way, and then I guess this way. What's 30 feet? There.
Nice.
Is that okay? And
Yep,
then I'll use
absolutely.
my bonus action to invoke my Dragon's Might and enlarge myself. And I'll say to Ezra...
Without getting, because it's only a 6-foot ceiling in here. You're already
okay.
You're pretty
Then
cramped down here in the hold.
I'll get the Dragon's Might
Yeah.
bonus, the strength and stuff, but I won't be able to enlarge.
Without the size and
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll just yell to Ezra, "What is happening?" And that's my turn.
All right.
Good.
That should clear up the space at the bottom of the stairs.
I was like, thank you, bro.
yeah.
That's perfect. All right. Takes us to Seer Ezra. She yells to Kogaan that they're angry about the hag.
Oh. They followed you all the way here?
She tends to be a beacon for such wonderful
Yeah.
things.
Good times. They're bad specters. Just kill them.
Ezra is going to
Run away.
run, and she just kind of crouches down in the corner, hiding her face from the battle around her. Seer Yenol is just standing up here watching what has transpired, which takes us to Landis. Landis, you're literally standing at like the top stairs, so 10
can
feet
see-
10 feet to hit the bottom. You can see the specters. Absolutely, they're right there at the bottom of the stairs.
Can I do a Arcana check to identify what these things are, or a religion check, or what would you like?
A religion check.
Oh,
Ooh-wee.
I dated one of these when I was in school.
You're not sure why, but they are 42.
42s. Ugh.
Not the 42s.
So these are specters, and essentially so a specter is an angry, unfettered spirit of a humanoid that has been prevented from passing to the afterlife. Specters no longer possess connections to who or what they were. They are just condemned to walk the world forever. It is unusual that they would be pestering Seer Ezra, but as I said, she's a bit unique in the way she attracts these things.
They're here now. I will. So this staircase is 10 feet, you say, roughly?
Yep. 10 feet of your movement to hit the bottom of the staircase.
But it's only about 6 feet down.
Yep.
Okay. Then, if I was to stand at the top and use a 15-foot cone, that would hit both?
Yes.
Don't use burning hands, though.
Oh, I'm not going to use fire.
Thank God you can change your spells.
Yeah, I can change the damage type.
Yeah. So we had one problem. That's taken care of.
Yeah, now
We
we're
have a
burning.
new problem.
No problem.
So basically, his hands line up with his fingers as all of this magical energy begins to surge through him. And you see, like, flame flicker on his hands, but just before he casts Burning Hands, that flame turns to crackling electricity. And I blast him with electricity.
Zippity zap.
So I will drop. So target is select or control? Sorry guys, I always ask this. How do I target somebody?
You
Control.
just at the very. The easiest thing for probably
Left
to
click.
do is the target mode at the top of the map. And then you can draw a square around those two and target them both. There you go. Got them both targeted.
So one succeeded and one failed. So it's going to come out as fire damage, Colin, but it's actually lightning.
Yep, that's okay.
Nice.
So, question, it looked like it was partially resisted.
Yep.
Would it have resisted lightning?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, let me confirm that. I think so. That's an excellent point. Yes. Yeah. It has a very long list of resistances. That is
Copy
one of
that.
them. That is one of them.
We need Douglan's holy powers.
Yeah, he's like 3
Undead
decks
thing.
away.
I'll be like,
actually not
Lafferty,
that
we've
far.
got some undead here. I'm not sure how effective my spells are going to be.
Because if the stairs line up pretty much right around each other, it's pretty quick to drop down.
Yeah, and then I will take a kind of a sidestep to get out of the way so that it is open for Lafferty's attack.
All right.
And that's how Landis will end his turn.
Okay. That takes us to Nightingale. So Lafferty messaged you to... What was your message, Lafferty?
We found them on the hole in the
In
hole.
the hold. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I will use my bonus action to take the dash action. And I will book it. So there's 15 to there. And then 10 to get down the stairs. So that's 25. And then another 15 to get over there. And now I can see these new
Yep.
ladies.
You're basically standing at the top of the stairs now.
Okay, that's... I'm probably not going to run down in there, being that they don't look friendly. They don't sound friendly either. But I will try, in his desperation for something to do, Nightingale falls on vicious mockery to make fun of the old windbags.
Old vicious mockery.
And I'll target the one directly down the stairs at me.
Okay.
And she succeeds, so nothing happens.
Okay.
And then I will move to the side to get out of the way and yell back, Douglan! We need you!
All right, then. And that's it for you, Nightingale.
That's it for Nightingale.
Douglan.
Sorry, Kogaan. We're coming.
All right, so 10. $20, right?
Yep. Bottom of the stairs.
And then that was that 15 to the
You
top
can't
of
go,
it.
You can't go through the mast.
You can go
Well,
through around Lafferty.
Lafferty score, yeah. So that'd be 5, yeah, about 15 to the top of the stairs.
Yeah. Is that where you're going? Top of the stairs?
Yeah. It was. Can I see them?
Oops. I just need to grab Douglan. There, that's the top of the stairs. Yeah, absolutely. You can see the two of them just floating at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay. He's gonna cast protection from evil and good on himself, and tell everyone to get back. Yeah, I think that went in.
Looks like it.
Okay. You know, though, hold on. I apologize. Can I just take one step? No, I can't. He's gonna stay there. All right. That's his move. He kind of wants to block the stairwell so none can get past.
You're right at the top.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Lafferty, I don't think will have any. What do you call it? Line of sight. So they'll have to do something else.
Is that it for you, Douglan?
Yeah. Movement, action.
All a good time?
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right. So then Lafferty.
All right, Lafferty.
Don't hold back, Lafferty.
Yeah, but he does not have line of sight, right?
that's true.
No, not where you are. The angle is wrong there. The
sweet
one is
path.
almost directly underneath you.
Come halfway down the stairs.
So I could go through Douglan down the stairs.
Just be
Yeah.
twice your movement. Yep.
Okay, so yeah, I guess he'll do that, and he's gonna do 5 and then 15 to here.
Yep.
So he's got 15 left. He's going to screw it. He's gonna cast Fairy Fire on
Nice.
both of them. Target them both. Yes. So he sort of like this Technicolor liquid in this vial that has this sort of secondary vial inside of it, and he kind of pops it and shakes it, and then just throws this out into the air, and like all these like sparkles just sort of cascade slowly down, hopefully draping over the two specters so they're easier to hit and see. And cast. And they both succeeded. Yay. So that didn't do shit.
Yay!
But it looked pretty.
Oh, it did. They thought maybe a rave was breaking out for a second.
Yep. And I think I have 5 more movement, right? It was 10.
But if you leave, they'll get an attack, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, Lafferty will be the sacrificial lamb. That's
Okay.
his turn.
Don't worry, I got the healing rod. I'll just reach down and bang you on the head with it.
No worries.
All right. Spectre 14. Lafferty, he is unimpressed and just starts tearing into you with its claws. First attack on Lafferty.
Why?
That was advantage again?
I don't know.
That's a really good question.
Oh no, one of them was the it hit and then it automatically did the save.
At your cloak of displacement.
I'm sorry, it shouldn't be on. My apologies. So, what were the 2 rolls?
I didn't see them both again. I'll just roll one more.
Okay, sorry, let me take it off. I apologize. Let's see. It's not on. No, I don't have it.
It's not now, I think, because it just activated.
Okay.
Because
You
it
still
says
got hit,
it
basically.
says expired.
Okay, cool. No, all right. Sorry about that.
Or
Yeah, I gotta roll one more. No,
re-roll, I guess. Oh yes. I don't know.
it would have been. Yeah, I'll just re-roll. I think that's. You did this to yourself, Lafferty.
Indeed.
There we go. Now the world is right again. The energies have balanced. It misses, kind of swathing at you with its claws and its big toothed maw.
You did the old Jean-Claude Van Damme and kicked your legs up on the handrail.
I did.
The second specter goes after you as well, Lafferty. They didn't like the fireworks.
No, I mean, they probably still have some sparkles in their hair, but... Oh, wow.
Wow. Look at that guy go.
They'll be
That
picking
also-
sparkles for
That
months,
also
man.
misses.
Yeah, there's sparkles everywhere.
Kogaan, these things are tearing and gnashing at Lafferty. You can see through the stairs. You know, it's just a slat stair, so you can see what's going on there with...
Lafferty, I'm coming, my long-winded friend. And you could hear like thud, thud, as he comes running
so
up.
that
in his
is...
nightie.
That spot where you are is actually the mass, but I'll allow you to stand right there. You can still get your attack on.
Oh, I see. It's a mess. Okay. Yep. All right, and I will start swinging away at this fool.
Nice.
Nicely done.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, obviously we get the Dragon's Might thing. So we extra damage.
I can't believe Lafferty just survived 2 attacks from these things.
Oh,
I
Like,
know.
Lafferty.
Lafferty the Untouchable.
Yeah, and he's
There
got,
will
like,
be
his,
songs about this.
Awesome.
his AC is, like, 13
and-
right now.
With that hit, I'm gonna invoke my Heimrune, which is the fiery chains. They don't. I read the description. They don't cause like burning all over the place. They just wrap around the entity. Now these are specters, so they probably can't be restrained, but at least maybe they'll take some extra damage. But here goes. So first things first. Let's see if he gets restrained by it. Immune, yeah, okay. But the damage. Or how does this work? Yeah. Wait, did I do that right?
You still have
Hold
to roll the damage. Looks like 2d6 fire damage.
Yeah. Shouldn't it just Heimrune roll so?
Also known as the Heimlich
This.
maneuver.
I don't understand what's happening. I was probably supposed to like add it to the damage roll I just did or something.
I think so, because you get the 2d6 fire damage added to the roll, right?
I see.
So just roll 2d6.
Yeah, just
and
roll
you can
2d6.
manage.
We can add it in there. Against Spectre 17, 5 more damage.
Yeah, 5 more damage, fire damage.
So it'll be partly resisted. 5 more damage would be 3.
Okay.
Nope, 7.
Second flail swing.
Nice.
Oh, excuse me. And then I will action surge.
Nice.
Nice.
And that will be 2 more swings at this thing. Just gotta destroy them.
You hit
Nice.
again. Oh,
yeah.
nice. Very nice.
One more swing as I unleash.
Oh,
Yes!
nice.
Ooh! Ooh! What's all this? Ooh!
It's a
Body
body
blow.
blow. In addition to standard critical damage, your target's lung is slashed. Well,
Wow.
can't really get its lung slashed.
You broke its ribs.
It doesn't breathe.
Blunt. Ribs are broken. Yeah. it
It's
doesn't have a
stunned though.
rib. It's stunned? Cool.
Yeah, it's...
Great damage.
Probably can't be stunned. It's...
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Wow, bro.
that was very nice.
If only I'd
Kogaan.
rolled more than a 1 and a 2 on my crit, it probably would have
Yeah,
died.
that's okay.
It's okay. Alright, that's my turn.
Help! Yeah.
All right. Seer Ezra is basically just hiding in the corner. She's got her hands over her face. She's terrified of
You
the fight as much as anything. She can't bear to watch the fight. The hell was that?
major.
All right, Seer Yenel is holding her position. Landis.
Douglan's in the way. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That is okay.
Again, the section of stairs right next to Lafferty is right below the hatch. You could go on there if you needed to.
Yep, absolutely. You could step down partways down the stairs.
Yeah, if I could step down just so I can get line of sight, you know, kind of step past Douglan there so that I can see one of them. I will take a,
So you're gonna step down to there.
yeah. And
Okay.
I will cast Mind Sliver. So I try to psychically attack these guys. These bolts of energy fly out of Landis's heads. Let's do any of them look any worse than the other?
Yeah, the one I wailed on.
They don't really look any different. They don't look great to start with.
Well, I will, based on our combat experience, I'll attack the one that looks like it's Kogan's target.
Okay.
So, just for those who don't know, this has a range of 60 feet. Drive a disorienting spike of energy into the mind of one creature I can see within range. The target must succeed on an intelligence saving throw or take psychic damage and subtract a d4 from their next saving throw. So,
Very good.
I will do the save on Spectre 17. It failed, so I will do the damage, which is 2d6. And it seemed to work. Dropping or
That specter
mit-
just kind of dematerializes in front of you and is gone.
Then I will. Yeah, I've got what? That was how much movement to get to where I am now? Was that 10?
5, 10, 15 to where you were.
Would I be able to get to there with the rest of my movement? Move by Lafferty?
Yep.
Yeah, that's where Landis will go. I have your back, Lafferty. Wouldn't leave you down here by yourself.
Much obliged.
And is that it for you then, Landis?
That's it for Landis.
All right. Nightingale.
Nightingale bolts down the stairs. I'll just say he ends up right there. And then he will move to... right here, the remainder of his movement. And he will take a whip attack at this specter. Fully expecting it to go through it, but, you know, you never know.
Everything kind of swings through the specter, but you feel some resistance, but that's where it partially resists everything, because it's not fully...
May I reintroduce you to death, my friend? It seems you've lost your way.
Doesn't get a good connection. Too much stuff around him. And then I will disengage. I don't have any movement left.
Okay.
Well then, that's where I'll be.
All right. Douglan.
Yeah, it's crowded. He is going to Misty Step right there.
Dick.
Nice.
Nicely
So badass.
done.
Sort of pounds his halberd on the thing, and it's sort of like up from the floor. You just see sort of like this cascading, like swirling mist, and like you see the trace of him just follows down in an instant where he's at, and it materializes right there. And then he's going to take a couple of cracks at this guy. This guy here, huh?
Cracks at his gay.
I'm going to take a little shot at this guy. All right, and he's going to use his last first level spell slot. Little stink on it.
Put
A
that
little
stank on
stink.
it.
Let's do that out.
Yeah, Douglan, I thought I was the one with voices in my head.
Nicely
Wow.
done. That's some stank.
Like you see the halberd as it comes down, it just starts to glow with this golden light and leaves this trail and just completely dissipates this specter.
Splitting the hull of the ship in half.
It just goes clonk. You can see the ground now.
We're taking on air.
Sorry about that.
We're taking on air. We're taking on air.
Nightingale will quickly look over his shoulder to Kogaan.
Seer Ezra, all right, Kogaan.
Sorry.
I'll put your lungs back in later.
Been a very rough day.
I will hit you with a cure wounds, my man.
Sure. I didn't even have time to grab my healing potions.
Pulls out the rod.
Yeah.
Just in my quilted gambeson.
Douglan's going to go over in there and say, I got to tell you, lad, I really like that you're taking all the damage that I normally did. But he's going to put both hands on his shoulders and give you 10 lay on hands healing.
Thanks.
Nightingale will go check on Ezra. Colin, see how she's doing.
She basically jumps up and just runs in and hugs on to Nightingale.
Oh.
Well, dear, it seems you attract strange company, but we've sent them on their way. They finally get some rest, as I'm sure you would like some. I know I would.
She's trembling. She's not saying anything. Yeah, bed
He'll
is
begin
probably...
to bring her back upstairs.
Be like, you gentlemen check out, make sure there's no other baddies hanging around. I'll get Ezra out of here. Get her back with Seer Yenel.
Yes,
So
very
you take Ezra back to her room. Maggie was basically with Seer Yenal the entire time, just in case anything unexpected while you guys were dealing with down below. After some commotion and explaining and all the rest, everybody gets off back to their rooms. You guys search the whole ship along with the crew. There's no sign of anything else of concern on the ship, and everyone retires back to their rooms.
Perhaps we should put a watch outside Ezra's door.
That might not be a bad idea.
So we'll take turns, Colin, watching outside her door, so that we can get a good night rest. Landis can sleep through the whole thing. Nightingale and I'm sure Lafferty, with their elven ability to meditate, can handle the watch.
Oh, sorry guys, I accidentally reshared that. I meant to unshare it. Alright, you still should have your original map of the Stargazer available to you, just not the gridded version.
Sure do.
So you're going to run a bit of... There's always... I mean, obviously the gnomes always have a watch, but you guys decide... Maybe someone will play a little cards on the table tonight while everyone else rests.
I kind of pull Landis aside. Landis, what did she go to them? Because she wasn't in her room. I mean, what's going on here? Because Seer Ezra said she fell asleep, and next thing she knows, she woke up and she was gone. So, what's going on?
Good questions, my friend. Perhaps when the girl has had some rest, we'll get to the bottom of this matter.
Okay, I'm not talking to her though. I don't like how she looks at me.
Perhaps she's just curious.
She sees things, Landis. Things that aren't there. Anyway, maybe it's just me. Forget I said anything.
No, I believe questioning the young gal will be of importance in the morning. Personally,
All right,
I'm dead tired.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right, you the rest of the night goes by uneventful, and I will run a long rest, which this group could most certainly use, a few of you.
I like the cheering.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it. You survived.
That's new. I'm not sure what's causing all the cheering, but I guess it's a part of a long
we just
rest.
got awarded experience points. Maybe that's it.
Oh wow.
Interesting. The old Fantasy Grounds is doing a few things on its own tonight, but we won't worry about that too much. All right. It is now morning. It is very early morning. We're gonna say it's about 6-ish or so. Captain Murfitz came down basically at first light to make sure everybody was up and about, as you should be getting into the general area of where the Timeless Temple may be. The captain does inform everyone there's a bit of a problem. There is a very heavy fog out this morning, and it is making navigating lower a bit risky at this point. So Ezra and Yenol make their way to the kitchen table and sit having some breakfast, as some of you are milling about the dining area there with maybe some questions for Ezra.
Yeah. Perhaps, Ezra, you could explain why you were in the hull of the ship with 2 specters?
Well, they were calling my name. They were calling to me, and it didn't sound scary. it almost sounded like my mother's voice. I went to see what it was, and before I even knew what happened, they were surrounding me, and the Prunelli had sent them to find me, and I don't think they wanted to hurt me, but they told me I needed to go back.
For what reason?
I would assume that she wants me there for her sister.
Well, might I suggest if you hear your mother's voice any more this evening or in the future, you don't go to it because she's not with us.
Seer Yenel says, we already had the conversation that should she get the urge to wander anywhere again, she will wake at least one of us and consult with us first.
Yeah, not to frighten you, but we're not in your home anymore. Best to be with somebody where we're headed.
Ezra says, I overheard the captain say that it's foggy out. The fog will not affect me. I can see through the fog. We can still go down and begin our search. I will see the temple or any hazard to us through the fog, if you are willing to proceed that way.
Cruiser, good.
I think we will use that to our advantage, dear, yes. And Ezra, if I could be so bold, you might want to thank Kogaan and Douglan. They were the ones who basically saved your butt last night.
Well, it was all of us. We all came.
Ah, Kogaan. I just show up to look good.
And you do a very good job.
Thank you.
You're very attractive, Nightingale, I must say.
Well, Douglan, that last attack you did, dear Lord. I bet you sent that one back to where it came from.
Well, I gotta tell you, Gath is not a fan of them undead creatures. So I had a little extra wallop, not gonna lie. Lafferty's gonna pull Kogaan aside. Kogaan, I noticed that you kind of rush in there, and we're very thankful for it. This might help. And he hands you this potion. This will give you a little extra. It's kind of like when who casts Bless? Is it Nightingale or?
Yeah, Nightingale.
Yeah. It's kind of like when Nightingale gives us a little extra. So here, why don't you take it? Because you're always in the fight.
Very good. Thank you. I will.
Thank you for getting to my side there. I didn't think that very well through, and thank you. Yeah, walks away.
When the whole lot of you got down there, you packed quite a wallop.
So when I want to drink this thing, I just let you know that I'm going to drink it.
It lasts for the day. I can make a potion a day that has some random.
Yeah, but
special.
I'm just saying, like, I don't.
How does he activate it?
Yeah, like.
Yeah, it's a potion. It's a potion.
But it's not in my inventory or anything.
No,
right?
just
let you know that I'm going to drink it. You'll use the effect on me or something.
I couldn't find one for it because it's sort of a tempered down one. Basically, it's like a bless spell. You add a D4 to the number rolled to every attack and saving throw. So I guess we could just do a bless spell when it comes about.
Yeah, it's exactly like a bless spell.
Yep.
There's no effect for it in the game mechanics.
I can throw one on you.
It would be bless. Yeah, it's the thing is that it's not as long.
No, I get it. I'm just curious.
Egan, if you make a note, we can set that up.
Okay.
Yeah, just make a note for yourself. We'll set that effect up for you. We'll just mimic bless with less of a duration.
Bless is only a minute. It says here that for the next minute, so it's the exact same duration too.
So yeah, it's exactly like a
There you
bless
go.
spell.
So we'll just duplicate bless and
Yep.
Sure.
rename
but no
it.
concentration needed, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Quite a fantastic elixir, Lafferty.
Solo bless.
But apologies though, Kogaan, it does expire. So once it loses it, just hand me back the vial and I'll make something new. Okay.
Very good. Thank you.
Seer Ezra and Seer Yenol head up on deck so that the crew can take the Stargazer down into the foggy morning. So right now, you're just kind of sailing quite a ways above the morning fog. You're on the coast. There is ocean below you. The ship's been sailing down the coast for a little bit as you approach the area that you will be searching. Ezra goes up with the helm's person, and who this fine morning would be his morn, who is also the chief engineer for the ship. And with Ezra's just walking around the ship, and she's just yelling up to Hismorn if there's anything he needs to be aware of. But you can hear the ocean getting louder and louder as you obviously get down towards the water. And you are sailing along with the help of Seer Ezra, and she's basically on the side of the ship towards the front, kind of watching the shoreline as you sail along this early morning. This early morn. And yeah, let's it's a good spot to take a little break, and we will be right back, or however long Barry needs. We will be back. So, all right. Okay, we are back. So the Stargazer settled down into the morning coastal fog, which you're about an hour sailing along. The fog is burning off. You're maybe 7-ish o'clock or so now, and as the sun is getting brighter in the sky, the morning fog is starting to dissipate. It is not gone. You can see further than you could before. The sky ship continues to sail along with Seer Ezra's guidance. There's not a lot out there to hit at this height above the ocean. But she does warn Hismorn at the helm that you're coming into a rocky area ahead. And after a few minutes of approaching this area, you hear her yell to Hismorn, I think I see it!
Excellent. On the ready, gentlemen.
Yeah, Lafferty's gonna look the direction that she is. I assume he can't see anything.
No, you just see fog. I mean, you can see further now than you could an hour ago, but you're still just, you can faintly see the water below you now. The fog has dissipated enough that you're able to actually see the ocean, a couple of 100 feet below you. She comes up and she's giving Hismorn some directions. You can see he's lowering the ship closer to the water. You're now maybe 100 feet or so off the ground, or off the ocean. It's hard to say for sure. And on the side of the ship that is facing inland, you start to see rock formations in the water. Some of them are low, some of them are higher up. They're very broken, you know, with ocean all around them. And she continues to give the helmsman direction, and you notice that you're sort of on a sort of a sideways approach to this large pillar of rock that's coming up out of the ocean. And the ship now is sort of almost coming in side on to this pillar of rock in there. And she, you know, where obviously the ship's change in motion gets everyone's attention, and she says, it's right there. And she's pointing at this pillar of rock that you are... So Hismorn has you basically through Seer Ezra's guidance. You're approaching the top of this pillar of rock.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's on top of this pillar.
It is. You'll see when we get there.
Okay. Is it big enough to land on?
It is not big enough to land on. It's probably 25, 30 feet is sort of a rough diameter. As you get closer and the fog is dissipating a little more, you're seeing a little more detail of this pillar. You can see that there is... the middle area is sort of carved out. So you're actually going to be able to hop down inside a sort of a carved out top to this pillar. The ship
Maybe like...
the ship stops, you know, close to the rock. They throw the gangplank over so it's sitting on the pillar. Captain Murfitz, which is up at the helm, yells down to all of you on the deck. This is as close as we're going to get her.
Excellent flying, Captain. And I'll
Kogaan, Douglan, do you want to check this out?
hop off and help to, I guess, can we moor the ship in some way? Because we're...
The ship's holding its position right now. It's just sitting here. The skyship's magic gives it a lot more stability in holding its position.
I guess I'll ask Captain Verimok if he wants to quickly unload everything right now, or if he wants to check it out first.
I'm thinking that we should ensure that all is well before we go any further with the wine.
Okay. Hold it steady, Captain, and I guess we'll jump off and take
We'll go check this
gander
out.
of the site, top of this pillar.
Get the big boys out first.
Sure.
So you're able to walk across the gangplank that they kind of threw out onto the pillar. It's about maybe a 5-foot band of rock that kind of goes around the pillar. Then it drops down about 10 feet inside. And you can see the ground, it's just 10 feet down. It doesn't look naturally carved, this opening that's... everything is very smooth and not the way you would expect a natural rock formation to be.
Is there like stairs that descend into this thing or anything like that?
Nothing.
Okay.
You'll have to, climb down, drop yourself inside, sort of thing.
Is it so smooth that it'll be hard to climb out?
Yes, it would be difficult to climb out.
I will hoist you.
Well, do we want to set a rope?
Yeah, we could use the rod to fix a rope or two. Not gonna go anywhere.
Just drop the rod there and...
The ship does have another gangplank that you could kind of slide down in there and use as a bit of a ladder to get in and out.
Perfect.
Sure.
I just don't want to get to a situation where we got to get out in a hurry and we're trying to climb out and failing. We'll investigate, bro.
All right. Who's climbing down in there first? I know Kogaan was climbing down. Was it Nightingale?
Kogaan, Nightingale, and Douglan.
Okay.
The big boys will be going in first, and then Nightingale will follow up.
So when you first look down, it just looks very plain inside. Kogaan will assume you're first down the makeshift ladder here. As you kind of focus, you get down and you look around, and immediately you can see an archway entrance. You could not see it up there, but it's literally maybe 10 feet away from you, but you couldn't see it when you were standing up there.
An entrance into like nothing. It's just kind of in the middle.
No, it's up against the wall away from where you are. Just in the rock side. Okay. But it looks like a tunnel that goes. Okay. But I mean, your mind is going. There's only 5 feet of rock there.
Yeah.
But this tunnel goes far beyond 5 feet of rock.
Gentlemen, I think this is definitely it.
Well, let's do a little preliminary scout, make sure there's not any
invisible creatures or anything like that.
Or Gith waiting for us that aren't friendly.
We'll keep going.
Examine the total space.
Yeah.
So the area in here, again, it's quite looks man-made, like someone carved this very smoothly inside. The archway is almost directly across from where you came down. There is some sort of ancient runes carved into this archway, and you know, like you can tell it goes in, but it's just black in there. You can't really see how far in it goes.
Nightingale will kind of step up next to Douglan.
Douglan, do your senses detect anything nasty? I know you've reached out before with your feelings.
I could do it again, but it's only 60 feet. Perhaps we get in there a little bit.
Give us a bit of a head. I don't know. I don't want to walk into a trap.
All right. Well, then, yes. I have divine sense. Can I detect any strong evil or celestial fiend or undead?
You detect none of those things.
Looks like it's all clear.
Within 60 feet.
Perfect.
Yes.
I like how the dungeon master specifies 60 feet.
Well, the total thing is 50 feet across, so that's a big radius of the.
Yeah,
we're good. We're good. Okay, I'll scout ahead. You guys just help get Landis, Lafferty, and the others down here.
Yes.
So as you're moving around, you find a strange phenomenon with this archway. Unless you were standing directly in front of it and looking at it, it starts to fade away. So if you're looking at it and you start to walk off center, it fades out of sight to when you actually get to the wall on this side away from where the arch, you can no longer see the entrance, the archway. You have to be looking straight at it to see it. And the effect works similar with up and down. So when you're actually walking around the top, you can't see the arch. You need to be on the ground looking straight at it to really see it that well.
Very clever design.
Mm-hmm. So Nightingale will kind of scout into the tunnel, Colin, listening and doing his sneakiness best to scout ahead.
All right, Nightingale, as you get to within a few feet of the entrance, you suddenly notice there is someone standing there.
Oh. I honestly wasn't trying to sneak in.
There is a being dressed in purple robes. The thing that catches you immediately, they have pure white eyes. They have no pupil in their eyes. It's just white. It looks somewhat elvish, but it's close to 7 feet tall and has a much fuller build. Now, to everyone else, Nightingale just sort of stopped and is looking at the tunnel. You don't see this. You don't see this being. It's impossible to determine what its sex or age might be. It just, and it's just standing there, sort of looking at Nightingale.
Nightingale
Everything
will.
okay, Nightingale?
You don't see the giant man standing in the doorway?
Have you been hitting the brandy again?
I have not. How about you just come down and stand next to me and see what you think?
Oh, hello there.
Again, as you know, much like with Nightingale, as you get within to about 3-4 feet, the being just sort of materializes into your vision. You step back a foot or so, and he just disappears into the darkness. And again, he's just standing there, looking at you all.
Douglan, do you remember if the Gith and Thor have a good relationship with the members of the Timeless Temple?
Well, I would assume so.
Well, then
But why
perhaps we
don't
should get the general down here to...
I was just about to say the same thing. Hold on there, big man. Got someone you want to talk to. Go get the general.
All right, the general is down already. General
Started
Verimok
unloading
and
stuff?
yeah, well, they haven't yet. They're waiting to kind of see
Situation.
what. Yeah, this. You know, he needs to understand what has happened with his people before they make a move with the wine. The general comes over. Now, just from a meta standpoint, remember, this is not the way that the general approached the Timeless Temple. His experience with the Timeless Temple is from the Between side.
Right.
So he's not sure what's going on as much as all of you.
We're trying to get in through the back door here, basically.
And as he walks up to stand beside Nightingale, he looks and says, "Zorkar, is that you?"
Zorkar.
"Hello, General. We have been expecting you. Would you like to enter with us?" The general's... Zorkar is the guardian, I guess one could call him, of the Timeless Temple, or they are. You'll come to understand it. But Zorkar is a friend. He will take us to where we need to go.
Well then, let's get this wine unloaded and get moving.
Douglan puts his arm around the general and says, "My daughter told me all about pronouns. Don't beat yourself up about it."
This is more complicated than that.
Is your daughter coming with us?
Yes. So it
assume so,
is
yeah.
the party, General Verimok, Captain Lakalok, and Maggie. It is the 8 of you that will be entering. Again, the General suggests we leave the wine where it is until we understand the situation within the between.
Okay.
Is Ezra staying on the boat with Nyla, or are they both coming?
No, Seer Yenol figures the safest place for them is to stay right here.
Okay. I will kindly ask, Charlie Dorland, do you mind if I get the ring back while we go into some place that's a little bit strange? Plus, it won't work at a great distance. So, you mind if I grab that back?
Yep. Ezra offers it up and thanks you very much for it.
Yeah. Flip it to Nightingale.
Thought you'd never asked, Douglan.
I get on one knee. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, I'll put it on.
Cramp.
Please, follow me.
We do.
Zorkar
We'll kind of
turns and begins walking down the tunnel, and now you can see down the tunnel where before you couldn't see down the tunnel. It goes, you're guessing, a couple of 100 feet, and then you can see light at the end of the tunnel.
Don't go to the light, Nightingale.
You had something to say there?
I was just going to say, we'll kind of let the general be the lead of the group, since he's the one most familiar with this.
With Zorkar?
With the Zokar.
You walk down the tunnel. The tunnel is a very smooth, darkish stone, like smooth, polished, smooth stone. As you're walking along, and the tunnel, you can kind of walk too wide in it. Would be about as wide as you can. As you're moving through the tunnel, you kind of catch glimpses past General Verimok and Captain Lack. All of a sudden, you notice where there had just been Zorkar, there are now 3 individuals walking ahead of them.
Do they all look the same?
They look exactly the same. Same purple robes, same hair. From behind, they look pretty much identical to one another. As you reach the end of the hallway, walk into or out of the tunnel into the area ahead, you catch your first real glimpse, and it is now literally as if there are 3 Zorkars standing in front of you. They are identical to one another. 2 of them move and just stand on either side of the tunnel, and the third Zorkar walks to the edge. You see you're up in the air, maybe 100 feet or so. You're looking out across this big, an enormous circular natural stone valley. Above you, you can see it's kind of a bright sunny day. There are big waterfalls that pour into this valley from all around this the circular area. As you look out across, the valley floor is basically like a large lake that's full of these islands, and there are stone bridges that are connecting the islands all as they make their way across this valley. The whole area is very jungle-like, a lot of plants and vegetation of various sorts, with rivers running all around the islands. Waterfalls fall onto an area and then pour off again. In the middle, from where you are, and again, you're about halfway up in this valley looking across it, you can see that in the middle there is probably the largest island, and there is a large purplish stone polished temple with a glass dome roof in the very center. You're assuming this is potentially the Timeless Temple. On the far side of the temple from where you are, there are 3, a walkway goes out and then splits into 3. And there are 3 large pillars of stone. One is sort of a whitish stone, one's a gray stone, one's a black stone. And these these stone walkways walk right into these pillars, and there's an archway, and there's kind of a swirling mist in the archway that blocks your view from looking into the pillar. And in each one, the mist sort of mimics the color of the stone. So it's kind of a whitish mist swirling in the white stone pillar, gray in the gray stone pillar, black in the black stone pillar. Zorkar turns towards you all and says, "Please, we will continue on to the temple."
So we're sort of like in an observatory section almost.
Yeah, you guys came right out of the valley wall, basically.
Right. Okay.
And it's just a big stone plateau that you're, maybe 40 feet around you, and you're just standing there looking across this valley, and there's a walkway that crisscrosses down from this point to the valley floor.
And where are these stone misty portals in relation to us right now?
So the biggest island that has what appears to be the temple on it.
Okay, that's
and then they extend off the far side from where you are of that temple. So they sit about 3/4 of the way across this valley from where you are.
Okay, cool. They're part of the main central island.
Yeah, of the main central island.
Cool. And sorry, I'm just trying to encompass everything. So we got waterfall stuff coming in around that kind of feeds this big lake and island area. And you said that it is like blue sky and stuff like that. Like there's
it's like a bright sunny day above you guys.
Sunshine. There's a sun we can see in the sky and everything.
You can't see the sun, but it's bright and sunny up there. Like there is the sun somewhere around up there.
Okay, cool.
Landis, do you think we're still in the same plane? Or have we shifted somehow?
Landis? Lafferty?
Lafferty, sorry.
Oh,
talking to myself, wasn't I? Damn it.
Central crisis.
Landis, were you talking to me? Were you talking to somebody else? As far as I can tell, we're still in the same plane. I didn't sense a shift, although they appear and then out of nowhere. So maybe there is some displacement going on, but I can't put my finger on it quite yet.
It is quite interesting.
It is very beautiful here.
Indeed.
We were just in a place where it was very, very misty and overcast, and now it is a beautiful day. So I would think we have shifted somehow.
General Verimok, do you mind if we asked Zokar a few questions?
Of course.
Zokar, are we still in Emathan?
You are not.
Is this
Very distinct.
somewhere between worlds?
It is hard to understand where this place exists, but it is between your world and the worlds of the heavens, the hells, and the between.
Okay. Well, Maggie, have you been here before?
I've only seen this from the outside. I have seen the temple from the from the between, but I've never been inside of here.
Okay, interesting. What's the guy's name again? Sorry.
Zorkar.
Zorkar.
Zorkar. Zorkar.
Zorkar. Are there any other beings here right now, or are we the only ones?
We are here, and you are here. Together we are the only ones.
Okay, I think, General, it is probably okay to maybe bring the wine. Does anyone else agree?
Well, let's just see it to the end. See, we get the portal open. There might be something waiting for us on the other side. and
I understand. Go to the temple first and...
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Then
I
let's
think
go.
that's the general's worry is that his troops may have been overrun.
Oh, yes, that is
And we
right.
could be opening up a doorway to one hell of a fight.
Yeah,
Okay.
last time, if you recall, they seemed to know when it was going to open. Them their dunes, huh? Let's play it close to the vest, boys and girls. Maggie, sorry.
Whatever, Dad.
Ew.
So perfect.
All right,
we'll
then.
keep following.
Yeah. What are we waiting for? Let's go.
So there's sort of a switchback trail that takes you down to the valley floor, and you start to make your way. Immediately when you reach the valley floor, you cross over the first bridge onto the first island. You're following a pathway, a stone pathway, just basically goes from the stone bridges onto stone pathways. The pathways lead off, and they're crisscrossing all through the islands. The vegetation is very heavy everywhere, so when you actually get down onto a lot of the islands, other than looking up past the vegetation at the valley walls around you, your ability to see anywhere is quite restricted. You make, your way across a couple of islands. You cross onto a bridge. Zorkar has, the entire time he's a ways ahead of you. Not really making any effort, but just he's always staying ahead of the group, leading you down the next path or whatever. He stops and turns. What you immediately notice is his eyes are no longer white. They are now black.
Zorkar,
We're gonna have some fun.
Okay, is that what he says?
Nope.
In that weird voice?
That's what the DM says.
Oh,
That would have been awesome.
All right.
how are you feeling?
You're all about halfway down this bridge, river running under the bridge. You hear these sort of snarls, and these fiery-looking hounds appear ahead of you on the bridge, and you can hear them behind you on the bridge as well.
Zorkar, are these your pets?
Zorkar says nothing.
Oh.
Alrighty.
Is it me, or can you guys hear that halfling dropping little bobbers in the water?
He's just doing a little fishing.
There was.
Alright. The all-important combat music.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to share a map with you. I will drag the group in. I'm hoping we can get the combat tracker sorted out here for this one.
Oh, there's combat? Is that what you're saying?
Nope, I haven't said anything yet. I will need to add a few people to the combat tracker here. We'll start by sharing this map. You are basically in the middle of this bridge that I am sharing with you.
Ooh,
Oh, nice. Ooh. Looks lovely.
pretty.
Schmexe.
That's very pretty. Very symmetrical. I like it.
Yeah, a good symmetrical map.
You can
makes the
see
game.
the beasts on either end of the bridge. You can see Zorkar there. I am going to hopefully...
Dokar is very androgynous.
He is very yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, now I just brought everything up on the combat tracker. Can you see anything again?
No. I'm gonna close it and reopen it.
That's weird.
No,
Can't see anything.
just us.
All right. I am going to place you guys
Which,
on...
you know, isn't a bad thing, because then we're not metagaming when things are coming up in combat.
Okay, however,
Sort of,
I'm going to add... you guys can position yourselves in whatever order you were walking at the time, just remembering you're sort of in the middle of the map.
Which direction were we headed?
You're walking towards Zorkar.
Okay.
To the east.
Where's Maggie and the general?
Maggie's right behind Kogaan.
Oh, there we go.
General
badass,
Verimok is... I'm just going to say there. That's Verimok. And Vith is on the other side. Oh, I moved. Sorry. I moved the wrong guy. We'll just put him like that. Approve some movements here. All right. Can we see everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody.
Okay, I am wondering if I... Okay, I'm just going to try something here, guys. This may be one of my... Everybody is visible. All right, did they appear in your combat tracker now?
Nope.
That is really weird. Alrighty. Not much I'm going to be able to do about that then.
It's okay. We're still able to interact with their tokens, so it's not
Yeah.
Yep.
I like what Barry said too. Like, you can't really metagame. Like, you don't, it's a fog of war, so to speak.
All right, I'm going to roll initiative for our NPC friends. You guys
like us
roll
to roll?
initiative, yes, please.
Oh, just where I wanted to be.
So now you roll the 20, Lafferty.
Nice.
All right, so you have been walking along. You know, there didn't seem anything unnatural about the fact that Zorkar was just getting a little bit ahead of you. He's just been leading you along these pathways. All of a sudden, he stopped and turned. You all stopped. And literally, these beasts just appeared at either end of the bridge. As if, magically teleported. They look like...
Would Douglan and Nightingale recognize these creatures from our time in the cavern?
That's exactly what I was
With the
going to
dwarves?
say. These are exactly like the creatures you fought in the dwarf kingdom. And
Douglan.
I'm going to say that Kogaan, you know what these things are. They've been in stories to scare little dragons, hellhounds.
Sure. I could to fight a creature from legends.
All right. We are starting off with Lafferty. So Lafferty, Zorkar stopped, spun around. What were his white pupilless eyes are now just black. And he is just staring at you. These hellhounds appeared at either end, and they are already in full stride towards you in the middle of the bridge.
Okay, well, bonus action is little teardrop takes a little hit. And he starts to vibrate and kind of go someplace else. myself. And then he grabs this really tall, dark liquid, a vial from his hand, and puts it in his wrist rocket. And shoots grease spell right around there. Let's see, how much does it take up? It does.
I think it's 10 by 10 square.
10-foot square, thank you. Oh, I have that little token.
You do.
Do that right. Sorry, move it right there.
Nice.
Let me just make sure that distance is correct. Yeah, 60 feet. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put it right there. Right in front of those dudes. And then he's going to step back and say, guys, there's some very nasty looking dog things that breathe fire. Yeah. And
Yes, they are hellhounds.
our host's eyes has turned black.
I think it is a
That's
test.
right. But that's my
It's
turn.
a test. Pretty strange test, my friend.
Well, he is the guardian after all.
Oh, somebody moved there. You moved. All right, is that it for you then, Lafferty?
Yeah. I just realized I left a nice little task for those dogs to go through without getting. Oh well.
Maybe they're too stupid.
All right. Hellhound 7 is going to charge
Especially in the
forward.
midst of
So what happens again when it hits this grease, Mr. Lafferty?
It's difficult terrain. Hold on. It is. And you're right. My apologies. I should have described it. Slick grease covers the ground in a 10-foot square centered at the point within range, turns it into difficult terrain for the duration. When the grease appears, each creature standing in its area must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall prone. A creature that enters the area or ends its turn there must also succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall prone.
All right. So he is going to move forward into here. So if you want to give a dexterity check.
Yes, I think it's this one. Let's see. If I can get it. Why is it? There we go.
He runs in there and 4 legs fly out from underneath him and belly first into the grease.
Yeah, so he can obviously get up. It's just going to slow him down. So.
Good, buys us some time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, so he would have to use half of his.
Yeah, so it's difficult terrain. So the 5 movement in is 10.
5,
Then to get up.
10. He would have had
15 or half.
25.
And that's another 10.
Yeah, so
What's his movements? What's his total movement speed?
50.
Yeah, so I think
he
it
had
technically
25,
uses
so
25 to stand up, regardless.
Yeah, so he would have had 25 total movement to use. That would be 10, 20, and 5 to get him to there. Well, that definitely slowed him down.
I mean, he can dash, still dash if he wants, but yeah, at least it took a little.
All right. He's not gonna dash.
Picture like right at the start.
First step, boom into the grease, back
I
up
still
again.
wish it was flammable, though. I still think that should in.
It is.
one-
We said it's flammable.
Oh, we did. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
that we did
remember
that.
It's
it up.
covered.
Yeah.
It is covered in. But then again, it's resistant fire. Anyway,
All right.
moving.
Maggie draws her bow.
Nice. Like a
Let's go,
badass.
Maggie.
She takes a step off to the side and takes a shot at Hellhound 9. She connects.
Nice.
So
Way to
rare
go,
see
Maggie.
long-range bow shots.
Oh, my. She barely wings it take some fur off it.
Short sword?
Oh, did I say do the short sword?
Sure did.
Oops. I didn't do a longbow. Oh, well.
She chucked it.
Longbow does more damage.
Yeah.
It's a D8.
It's a D8 instead of a D6, but... Will... DM's fault, I'll live with it. Douglan.
Dougie Doug. Okay.
Stop putting short swords in that bow.
So
God, what'd you teach your daughter?
Yeah, well, that's what you get when you try and shoot your short sword in your longbow.
Pretty impressive shot.
gonna go right there, and then he is going to start his great weapon defense dance. It's a little popping and locking, and he's gonna go into great weapon defense, and he's keeping a close eye on old Blue Eyes here. But let me put my defense on me. And he's actually, in addition to that, take the dodge, because it's not an action to do it. It's just as long as he doesn't attack. So
Okay. That's it for you, Douglan?
yeah,
Oh, listen to that impressive dodge right there.
that halberd is working overtime.
All right. Zorkar disappears.
Jesus, these guys!
Guardians always disappear when they test you.
I tell you.
And that takes us to Hellhound 13. He's my favorite Hellhound.
He was good in the movies.
Douglan, this thing just comes bounding at you full speed, and just this fiery breath weapon blasts out of it towards you.
Don't you get to jab it when it comes into range?
Yes, thank you.
Oh,
I think though we talked about it is that it's no, it would have been at 10 feet. So yeah, he
10
takes.
feet?
the
Nope,
attack.
this would be 10 feet for this one. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
All right. So it's going to get a fiery breath off at you, Douglan.
As well it should. Jesus.
You succeeded.
Oh, I succeeded.
Oh yeah, dodge gives you advantage on dexterity saving throws.
Jesus.
Wow. That's mighty powerful.
Good thing you took half.
You took half of 21, so I would assume 11 damage.
It rounds down technically.
Oh, does it round down? Oh, yeah, that's right. It
Yeah.
always rounds down. What am I thinking?
That 1 point is going to make it
10.
different.
It very much can make a difference.
It will.
Oh, it can, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, that is it for our... So, Douglan, as this thing bounds through the air, this blast of fire just engulfs you, but you're able to avoid most of it.
Did it feather my hair back nicely though? Like a nice blow dryer?
It's sort of... What's left of it is feathered.
That one actually has a really nice mane. Who's still got a full head of hair like Kurt Russell.
All right,
You
Captain... Yeah, you did. Captain
did.
Lackalok. Comes in. Joins Douglan attacking this thing with its great sword.
Nice.
Takes his first swing at...
Oh, I forgot he crushes.
Oh, he's got some pop.
His... And this thing almost, beyond the slashing damage, it seems to react strangely to being hit. Just from a meta standpoint, they also do psychic damage with their attacks.
That is, yes, nasty.
Misses with his second attack. And he's going to hold his position beside Douglan. Kogaan.
Okay. Kogaan will run this way. Like
Is he,
so.
like growing in size as he's running?
He is also going to invoke, yes, his dragon's might and enlarge himself.
Nice. Super friends, go for it.
And then I will drink the potion that Lafferty gave me
Nice.
with my action. So if someone wants to throw a bless,
I'll throw a
effect
bless
me-
on you. Actually, no, I can't. 'Cause then it'll be under my concentration.
Let's see. If
well, you should be able to just throw effect without having to like cast the spell, so
Okay.
that the effect
Yeah.
portion will just be on me. Do you know what I mean?
And if it does affect anything, we'll just adjust accordingly. Because we need to create a bless without a concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you just put the effect, drop the effect on, it should be fine. Can you enlarge my token?
Yes.
If you could expand forwards, that'd be great.
There's something movie here for a second. Yep.
Yeah.
That should be right.
Yep. Perfect.
Dang.
That's
Like seeing a great gold dragon.
And I slam my flail hilt against my shield and yell, "Bring it!" in my deep, booming, large voice. Larger than before voice.
Yes. Your giant dragon. Well, big
My
dragon
mighty
voice.
dragon voice.
Yes. And is that it for you, Kogaan?
That's my turn. Take
All
action
right.
and bonus action filled.
Hellhound 17 comes charging forward on Captain Lack. He lets loose with his fire breath weapon on Lack.
So,
And
Douglan, you
fails.
would have your reaction back because you did use it before.
Oh yeah, you're right. I was about to say I thought I used, but yeah, it's after. It would be after the attack, is it?
Yep. Just saying,
It's not on.
it is back. If you want.
Damn. Oh,
14 points of damage.
can I do my sentinel?
You may.
Whiff.
With.
Hey, remember it takes Douglan a couple rounds to warm up.
Gonna
Yeah.
loosen up a bit, yeah. All right, Hellhound 22 charges on General Verimok.
Beefy little guys.
Darn it! And I used my reaction. Otherwise, I could have. But no.
He can't quite reach the general.
Is the fire a cone or is it just like?
It is a cone that he'll reach him with the breath weapon. He just can't physically reach him.
Curious
It's a 15-foot cone, so he can
Yeah.
still hit him with the breath weapon. He
If you
just
see these hellhounds unleash, you know,
yeah, he can't actually get up to him. So he unleashes his breath weapon on the general. Fails.
oof, high rolls.
I smell bacon.
The general takes 23 points of damage. A good scorching. Hellhound 9 charges forth towards Kogaan. It unleashes its breath weapon on Kogaan.
Go to the two. Go to the two.
What is it
It's
doing?
stuck.
It's like
It
Oh,
was
yeah.
like Oh, do I want to go 20? Do I want to go 2? Ah, you failed.
But I am resistant to fire damage.
You sure should be. Considering your ancestry.
Landis is sitting there, just tape in his eyes are all like
Bro,
watering.
what's with these rolls?
So hold on. Shouldn't it be a quarter of that?
No, I failed to save.
Oh, you failed. They automatically hit? Yeah, it's a...
Yep.
Yeah, never mind.
You get engulfed in the cone.
Yeah.
But I took too much damage.
You did. What should have that been? Half?
13. Yeah.
Okay, so I
My
need to give
resist is on. I don't know why it's not
Yeah,
adjusting
it's-
automatically.
It is
I
fire.
think Fantasy
breath.
Grounds is having a bit of a tantrum this evening.
It seems like it, doesn't it? So I got to give you 14 of those back.
I mean, I can adjust it back if you want.
I'm all
You got
over it.
Okay.
Thank you, though. All right,
problem.
that takes us to the general, who is unhappy with this creature and advances on it with his great sword a-swingin'. Multi-attack for the general. First attack. Oh, nicely done, Barry Mock.
Yeah.
In addition to standard critical hit damage to your target, you gain combat advantage against all enemies on the battlefield
Nice.
until the end of your next turn.
I want that one, please.
So he gets advantage on his next attack. But let's
That's
dish
handy.
out a little damage here.
And on his next round as well, because to the end of his next turn.
Holy mother.
Oh, sure. So now he rolls all these ones.
Yeah, I had this all preset.
Yeah.
I mean, 35.
All right,
Things
advantage
that-
on his next attack on this thing.
Oh yeah.
It's a second time.
Generali.
Nice.
So with the general's second swipe, he just cuts this thing's head off and it falls on the ground. Just a little burning carnage.
Yeah, he does.
Landis.
Landis kind of reaches down to the ground and grabs a handful of earth, and as he pulls it up, he's raised up on a column of stone, out of harm's way as he casts Black Pillar. With a gesture to the ground and an incantation, I call forth a pillar of stone which rises from the earth within my location. Pillar is 15 feet tall and 5 feet on each side and covered with cruel spikes. It has a flat top that can be safely stood upon, which Landis is now standing on. If a
Nice.
creature is caught between the pillar and another surface or ceiling, it must make a dexterity saving throw, but no one is in harm's way. If a creature is shoved or pushed against the sides of the pillar, it takes a d6 piercing damage. It can be climbed safely by making an athletics check with a DC equal to my spell save DC. The pillar has hit points equal to 15 times my spell casting modifier.
Nice. That's a nice little safe refuge to rise upon. It's nothing to do with ego, I'm sure.
And it gives you good vantage point.
Aerial view.
Yeah.
It is my command post of the battlefield.
And is that it for you then, Landis?
That would be Landis's attack, unless I can now magically use a magic item, which I don't think I can. So
No. All right, Nightingale.
Nightingale, seeing the chaos ensuing around him, calls forth the powers of Newell, the god of neutrality and balance, and asks for a blessing for some of his comrades. He can bless up to 3 creatures of his choice within range, which is 30 feet. He is going to bless Douglan, Captain Lacklock, and General
Barry Mock.
Mock. So I will target those people. It's just control, I believe.
Yep, that'll work.
Douglan feels a little tingle.
Excellent.
And then with his movement, how high is the ledge that's right beside Nightingale?
There
right
may be
there?
about 4 feet off the ground. Certainly something you could put your hands on and quickly pull yourself up on. Just double your movement. Difficult terrain.
Okay, he'll pull himself up onto there. So these hellhounds are about how tall?
There may be 4 feet at the shoulders.
Yeah.
Ooh, hefty boys.
And beyond that, Nightingale will tell Maggie to get to higher ground and put that bow to use. No more short swords, darling.
Technically, she did shoot her bow.
Sure she did, Colin.
She shot her short bow in her sword. I'll never live it down.
And that's it for Nightingale.
All right, Hellhound 12 has been his big moment. Seeing what happened to his brethren, he is going to... All right, attacking Kogaan with his fiery breath weapon. This is just like hanging out at home for Kogaan though.
Yeah.
Fire, oh, whatever. Just warm in your soul.
Rigged. So yeah, it looks like did it drop my...
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh no, it's showing on my sheet though that I
No,
still
because he cast it again with somebody else. So
I know,
shoot.
but it's on it's on my character as still being there.
For Kogaan, let's have a look here.
You know, for now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
He
put.
should have a D4 extra on his save.
Yeah, but
Anyways, it
you
wouldn't have
cast
saved
again,
anyways.
though.
But
Yeah,
No.
it wouldn't have saved anyway.
Yeah, that's a
I'm
good
gonna,
catch though. Watch for that kind of stuff, because
The
It's-
grounds of the fantasy is being...
yeah, it's being a bit weird tonight. Okay, so that is a fail. So, I don't know. This didn't do half damage last time for
here,
your
let me
resistance,
let
did
me
it?
remove the fire resistance and reapply it.
Okay.
So how do I I click on it, right?
The
On my
wing boot, and then you can shut it off.
winged boot.
Yeah,
the
and then
combat
take
tracker?
off the
Oh,
take off the
X.
bless too, and I'll cast it again from my character.
Okay, so let's see your wing boot, and then draconic resistance off. Delete item. Delete. Okay. I can't seem to have a delete feature for the bless,
I can take it off.
and then dun 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 racial features. God resistance. Fire resist. All right.
All right, let's
Breathe
see.
upon me.
We'll see if it works this time, Mr. Kogaan. Did not, so I got to give you 11 back.
Yep.
Next time I'll half the damage when I do that. I'll just remember to. So I need to give you 11 back. We'll take you down to 25, correct?
Yeah. 25 damage.
All right. Top of the order, Lafferty.
All right, I'm going to
You gnome lover, you.
move right over here, and he's going to sort of call on the deepest, darkest corners of the void, and from his hands, this sort of dark energy just randomly goes around, and he shoots out a chaos bolt towards Hellhound.
Oh yeah. Come on. Double up. Let's go.
I know. Come
Yeah,
on, baby.
just keep
Come on,
jumping, man.
baby.
It'd be awesome.
All right. So far, so good.
All right, all right, all right. Damage.
So what is the description for a Chaos Bolt jump?
Yeah, so basically, if it gets if the 8th match, it
Jumps.
goes to the next. It jumps to another character within 5 feet or something like that.
Within the range of the spell.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. So it can just go to the next, I think, character or enemy. I'll read it, but
Enemy.
the 8 D8s have to match.
Gotcha. So if you
Oh.
rolled 2 2s, it would have jumped.
Right. Now it does do though specific damage. So let me look at that real quick. The number roll of detector. Okay, so the D8 damage. It's either psychic or cold damage. I don't know if that affects them, if they have any vulnerabilities to cold. Because if so, that's cold damage.
No, they don't have any. They just have an immunity to fire.
Right. Thankfully, it wasn't fire. So, all right.
Nicely done, Lafferty.
Yeah, and then he's going to take a little step back. You got him, Miss Maggie. You got him.
All right,
And
that's
his
it for
turn.
you.
Yes, sir.
Hellhound 7 charges in on Kogaan using its breath weapon for the first time.
Shit.
Okay, I got him. It's my job.
There we go. Yay.
All right.
Oh, now
You
it's a quarter damage.
So I will roll the damage. Okay, so half, so 23.
So this time I
11.
halved it, which is good.
Yeah. So
'Cause I made the
5
save.
technically should
Yeah.
be 5.
So down to 5. Yeah.
So
Nice.
I need to give you back
6.
6 points of damage. Really sucks. All right. Excellent. And Maggie. Let's loose another longbow shot. This time she opts for an arrow.
Good
You got
girl.
a short sword in the bow string. There you go, girl.
She hits. Ah, not bad. She wings him a good one with the arrow. And for her movement, she is going to jump up here with Nightingale. Actually, just take a step right to there.
What
Douglan.
do I stink, madam?
All right, let's double tack number 13. All
Nice.
right. He is going to put a little extra. These dogs from hell.
Right.
All right, second attack. Oh, and then okay. So what does it keep coming up with? It should be a
The bonus action should be
No.
+4.
+4. So I think it's still +6. So I'm gonna put a -2,
Nice.
and let's see if that takes care of it. Did it work? Yeah.
There we
Okay,
go.
it worked, but it still missed. Oh no! Wait, it hit.
Yep, it hit.
Well, it's adding +8 at the end there for some reason.
Yeah,
Oh.
what's with the +8?
Did you hit the +2 button instead of the -2 button?
I literally typed in -2. So anyway, that would have missed. I mean, it's it should be.
Should be at 13.
Yeah. Well, I assume it. No, is that its AC? 13?
Its AC is 15.
Okay, so yeah, I missed. That's so weird. Anyway, maybe I did hit plus, but
Yeah, we'll have to, that's another one to make a note of, Douglan. We'll mess with that one and see why it does that with your other attack.
yeah.
All right.
Well, don't forget, he's also blessed, guys.
No, I know, but it did the P4 for
Yeah.
the bless,
Okay.
and then it's +8 as the modifier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I must have hit a +2 instead of -2, but it's still, it should be automatic.
It should only be a +4, but for some reason it does +6 on that attack all the time.
Yeah, which is the normal non-modified.
Gotcha. Okay.
All
Very
right.
weird.
Hellhound 13 recharges its breath weapon
Well, that sucks.
and
Blows on Douglan.
tries to barbecue Douglan further.
Okay, the hair will grow back, Douglan.
Is he gonna get Verimok as well?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
a cone, 15-foot
Can I
cone.
It
can I
is
call
indeed.
a timeout? I
Can-
swear to God, Colin, I was gonna say I was about to rotate around, but after this round, I didn't call it at the time, but I'm like, oh, I want to pivot because of the breath. It's okay though. Just remind me next time. No, next round.
Pivot. All right.
But this time we get it. We take it.
I gotta run the same save on Verimok. He
Nice.
succeeds as well. I might as well just run the damage separately on them now, 'cause I don't think I can target at this point. Oh, that's better. That's some ones.
Could you just drag the damage?
It's the same damage technically. Yeah, you don't roll again for
Oh,
the
yeah.
one
Sorry.
fire
and
attack.
that's what I meant to do. I'll give him
It
back
manifests
6. I'll give him
one
back
threat.
6. Thank you.
I don't know if you've read the notes. At the
Give him
beginning
back.
of the session.
Just give him back 3 actually, because he should have taken 7.
Yes.
We are so good at combat.
Where are you, Mr.
So good.
Verimok?
Always a smooth operation.
Always. All right. And, oh, whoa. All right. I missed the captain there. All right. Captain Lakalok is going to attack Hellhound 17.
And you'll guide your blade.
Swinging his great sword, he misses with his first attack. Swinging back again at the Hellhound, he hits.
Solid.
And that takes us to Kogaan.
All right.
A lot of blessing going on.
All right. Kogaan will attack Hellhound number 9 with his dragon's might. Sorry. All right. First attack. This is second attack.
That hits.
And then I will use my second wind bonus action and heal myself for a d10 plus 5.
Nice.
Not bad.
A good healing.
And that is my turn.
All right. Hellhound 17. His breath weapon does not recharge. So he resorts to a biting attack on Captain Lakalok. Because he does have another hound with him, he will gain advantage on this attack.
Oh, pack tactics.
Pack
Yeah.
tactics.
That is fantastic.
He hits for a combination of piercing and fire damage. He tears into Captain Lackalok pretty good.
Crunch.
Can I do my sentinel on it?
If that's who you're gonna choose, you go for it.
I'm gonna do it. And
Well, that was weird.
Yeah.
And that missed.
Someone kicked the table.
Yeah. All
That's a
right.
new feature.
that'd be cool. You're like banging your computer.
His breath weapon did not charge. The hellhound that's dead, his breath weapon recharged. So, all right. So he is going to attack Kogaan with advantage, using his biting attack. Connects.
So
That is a big bite.
yeah, it should only be 4 fire damage.
So 12 damage total.
So
Because of my resistance to fire damage. So 4 back.
4 back. Weird, it's missing all this stuff tonight.
You know?
I don't know what's going on here. We shall persevere. All right. Takes us to the general.
Gets advantage still till the end of this turn. Because of that crit.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is going to move up to here to get a clear swing at Hellhound 13. First attack with his great sword. He connects.
Yes!
Oh, dude, this guy freaking hammers.
Yeah.
He just carves that hellhound wide open and it drops in a pool of boiling blood.
Kogaan looks back. We could use some of that over here.
What did I have here? 5, 10, 15, 20. He moves to there for his second attack. Still gets advantage, right?
Yep.
This last round. Connects on this hellhound.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's cleaning up, man.
Just crush.
All right, which takes us to Landis.
From his great vantage point, Landis draws in massive amounts of energy. You just see his body quivering as he shoots his hands out, and the 3 hellhounds across from Kogaan are engulfed in this weird pattern of flashing lights and stuff as he casts hypnotic pattern on them.
Nice.
You cast a twisting pattern of colors that weaves through the air inside a 30-foot cube within range. The pattern appears for a moment and then vanishes. Each creature in the area who can see the pattern must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed by this spell, the creatures are incapacitated and has 0 speed. So, if I
They'll be
can just-
fine.
I'm basically making it so that just the... Why is that Nightingale? That's not Nightingale. Landis.
Landis is going to target, not the Nightingale. What else good? Just did it again. Whose turn is it? Landis. Why is it always doing Nightingale? I don't understand. That's okay. I can do this another way. So basically, Colin, just the edge of the pattern will be touching the hellhounds.
The hellhounds. Okay.
Kogaan will see it, but he won't be in it, so he won't get affected. Yeah. Why is it still?
Have you selected on top of Nightingale from above? Or, sorry, Landis from above?
What do you mean from above?
Like, I thought you have to click on them up there to...
Yeah, I just tried that again. Let me just...
Still Nightingale.
It's showing me that I'm Landis. I don't know why it's targeting...
Try clicking on Landis, just on your token, and then doing...
There we go.
Got it that time.
Cast Hypnotic Pattern on them.
Hellhound 9 failed. The other 2 succeeded.
Oh. Well... And that is all Landis can do from that. He thought he had got them all, but clearly he missed a few.
All right. Nightingale.
Nightingale pulls out his Rod of Healing and casts Mass Cure Wounds. So it is a 30-foot radius sphere. And I believe a sphere is... control?
Yeah, circle's control.
So basically, Captain Lacklock, Douglan, and Kogaan will each receive 3d8 plus my spellcasting modifier in hit points.
Nice.
Oh, man. That is a beautiful rod.
So nice to see supporting the party. You know how many games I've played in where like the support character is just like, yeah, just keep attacking.
Attack!
Meanwhile, the frontliners are like,
no.
Little help over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna drop the heal on them.
Yep. Ooh,
solid.
Nice.
Nightingale, your rod is magical.
Well done.
And that would be Nightingale's turn.
All right. Our Hellhound 12 did not recharge his breath weapon.
Hopefully that gets you back in the fight.
Oh, yeah.
He will do a biting attack with advantage on Kogaan.
Rolling so well.
Hit.
It's rolling so well.
Ooh, that sounded juicy.
Should -3 fire damage from that.
Okay.
Well, there was only 5 fire damage in total, so yeah, they had 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rounds down, which is awesome.
3. Which takes us down to 19.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
You didn't mean to call lightning?
No.
Are you sure?
All right, and that takes us back to the top of the order. Lafferty, what do you got?
So Hellhound, the injured one, is incapacitated right now.
He is.
Yes.
It is.
And he will be until it gets hit.
Correct.
Lafferty, you can't get up you got a 30 movement, right?
Yeah.
It's double your movement to get up there.
Fine.
Fine.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll go right. Well, if you move me, I'll just go down one. There.
Fine. If you're gonna be like that.
So, I have a question for you.
Question's been called.
Yes. If I did a, what do you call it?
yes, you can use a incapacitated hellhound as ammunition for catapult.
That would be great. So that is technically a straight line, right?
Yeah.
It is a straight line.
So that hits both of those, correct?
I will give you that.
All right. That's all I needed to know. 'Cause
Lightning bolt?
Huh?
Lightning bolt?
No, I don't have that. I have though a
Or are you gonna projectile hurl on them?
yeah, I'm gonna vomit out cautious
Nice.
caustic brew. So
Awesome.
you see,
Awesome.
Lafferty drinks this nasty green bubbly liquid, drinks it, and this just acidic line of 30 feet long, 5 feet wide just goes racing out to these two here. So yeah, I'm gonna get these two suckers.
Awesome. Lafferty.
Tasha's caustic brew of nastiness. Of course they do. Of course they do.
The computer is rolling saves for the enemies and failures for the players.
That's my new. That's the newest extension I've added.
Yeah,
Let's
Unfair
see.
rolling, it's called.
yeah. I really don't like not having my own save roll. Saving.
What was that one table? It was in a Dragon magazine. It was like the brutal DM or something like that. It was just unreal. What kind of stuff would happen.
So is that a suck, save or suck?
I'm reading it right now. So basically, let's see.
I think half damage and no caustic lingering effect, probably.
Yeah.
Well, so basically what happens, whether they save, they don't take the damage, but they are covered in it. They need to use an action, or I'll read it to you. A stream of acid emanates from you in a line 30 feet long, 5 feet wide in the direction you choose. Each creature in the line must succeed on a dex saving throw or be covered in acid for the spell's duration, or until a creature uses its action to scrape or wash the acid off itself or another creature. A creature covered in the acid takes 2d4 acid damage. Nah, it's nothing, basically.
Sucker save, yeah.
So.
Oh well, no. It means they still have acid lingering on them. They just don't take the upfront damage, but they'll take the acid damage the next round. It sounds
Every
like.
round until they do something about it, or whatever the duration is.
Well, okay, I'm reading it different, I guess. Each creature in the line must succeed on a dex save or be covered in acid for the spell's duration.
Oh, or because
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So that
So
looked cool.
it is
did fuck all.
It's a save or suck.
Yeah.
I think you should stay away from Kogan's spices, Lafferty.
Oh, he's like, that's
Alright.
his glorious turn.
All
He
right.
shall retire.
Okay, it would have been great.
It
Like
was
all-
a decent idea.
Yeah.
No
very-
recharge. So Hellhound 7 is going to attack Kogaan with pack tactics advantage, biting into the mighty dragon.
finally.
He
block.
misses.
Nice.
It was dodging out of the acidic burp that I just did.
Okay, guys, this is where our vibing starts to come in.
All right,
Oh, yeah.
Maggie, using her longbow, takes a shot at Hellhound 12. She misses. Of all the times, Maggie, Douglan is not going to be a happy man.
All right.
All right, Douglan.
Let's go. Let's see. That's 45 for a dash action. And then he's got 15 left, so 10. And there. That's where he'll end. That's his turn.
Wow. Just jumps up on the old rail like an old spry young warrior.
You guys heard a few pops, and there's a moment there where
He's gonna feel that tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. We go to. I love this dead hellhound keeps recharging his breath weapon. Not the other ones, just the dead one.
You see the dog is like totally dead, tongue hanging out, but flame just keeps coming out of it.
Just burning away.
All right. The captain. Is running back to assist. Yeah, I think that's all he's gonna do right now. Kogaan.
All right. Kogaan going to unleash Dragon's Might upon Hellhound 12.
It hits.
It's... Roll some damage, please. Oh. Action Surge, I don't care.
Do it.
Action Surge!
You can't do it.
What a waste of an Action Surge! Yeah!
Oh, there's a good action.
Get some. Oh, there we go. You broke some ribs. Come on, baby.
Eye
In addition
gouge.
to
Yeah.
standard critical damage, your target is blinded until the end
We
of
know
its next
all
turn.
about blind effect, don't we?
So many ones. Alright. That's my turn. Oh yeah, I already used my second wind, sorry.
You eye gouged this
Get off.
hellhound.
That'll be that.
All right.
These things are very annoying, and I am sucking right now. I'm so sorry.
Hellhound 9 is incapacitated, which takes us to General Verimok. The generals seem hesitant to join the fray back there. He's spun around and he's kind of eyeballing where Zorkar may have disappeared to.
That's probably a good idea.
Which takes us to Landis.
From this perch, high above the battlefield, I shall direct a mind sliver at Hellhound 12 in hopes to take some of the pressure off my friend Kogaan.
You have Hellhound 9 targeted.
Do I really?
Yeah. You said 12, I think.
There you go.
He shall rain down God's divine fury.
And it failed as my brain intrudes his brain with searing pain.
Yeah.
Nice. And he's blind.
Blind and searing head pain. This is not a good day.
So he actually now gets a minus D4 on his next saving throw as well.
Alrighty. That's it
I
for
wish
you,
that,
Landis?
I wish that was an effect I could put on, but yeah. That's all for Landis.
Alright. Nightingale.
Well, seeing how things are going, I will... see if I can get a hold of him here. Nightingale kind of sees General Merrymock's okay. Or Verimok, sorry, Merrymock. And I will viciously mock her
Hellhound 12 in front of Kogaan.
Nice. Wombo combo.
It's got a 60-foot range, so as long as that beast can hear me, I'll be like, "You're nothing but a matchstick, you stupid poodle."
Ooh, not a poodle.
Totally. It's just going to devastate the creature.
Oh, he
And it
failed.
failed.
He can't believe you called him a poodle.
Hey, it hurts sometimes. And it now also has a disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Yeah, it did from blinded too.
Oh, it's just toasted.
This thing
It's
is
just,
fucked up.
and that's all Nightingale will do.
I can
all these
see how you
voices
were
and stuff.
stumbling around with very mock and vicious mockery.
Yeah.
That is a bit of a mouthful.
Vera mockery.
I cast very mockery on him. All right. Oh, and our Hellhound 12. So, I lost track of all the negatives on him. He's going to get advantage. But
So I actually looked into this to help
You
clarify.
don't. You don't. Do you?
With multiple effects, whichever effect is cast at the highest level is what takes precedent.
no, but that's what I was going to say. I lost track of all of them. So what are we at in terms of...
It just
Blind?
cancels out. It's just.
Yeah.
It's not advantage, disadvantage, disadvantage.
Yep.
It's
Right.
just.
If you have one advantage and 15 disadvantages, they still cancel.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it just gets disadvantage on its next attack.
And it
Well,
also
It has
gets
advantage from
advantage.
pack
Four.
tactics.
It also
So it
gets
cancels
advantage
out.
from pack tactics, so it's
So
It's just a regular straight up attack.
it's just a regular
But
attack.
it did minus D4 though, right?
minus a
it's
D4.
on
Saving
saving throw.
No, that's just saving throws.
Saving
Oh,
throw.
okay. Got it.
All right, so it's just a regular attack on... I think he's going to continue to attack Kogaan here, since that's been his focus.
Hey,
Hey,
it would have.
forget about it.
A hit.
It's really annoying. So yeah, minus 5 damage, or add 5.
Return of 5 wonderful points.
I'm gonna look like I have ants in my pants when I watch back this video.
These guys have a 25% chance to hit me, but they hit me 95%.
90% of the
Hey, I
time.
told you that new extension is working really well for me. All right, back to the top, Lafferty.
All right, so what is Hellhound does have though a minus D4, right, on the save?
No,
Yes.
not anymore. It just was for 1 turn.
Well, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's a new turn.
Yeah, it's a new turn. We just hit the top of the order.
Well, but isn't it the end of the guy who casts it turn?
No, it just lasts on the next saving throw it makes 1d4.
During the turn.
Not even during the whole turn. It's just once that saving throw is made, the effect is gone.
Okay, I'll take your. I trust you guys.
It's not the same as like.
I
Bane
wouldn't
or
trust
like
us
that.
if I were you, but
All right. Well, listen. Seeing as these guys are breathing fire, and they apparently can dodge acid from my breath, Lafferty goes and gets this clear blue liquid, puts it in his, spins it around, and shoots this thing. It barely gets outside of the tube, and it just starts to turn into this like icicle, and casts frostbite on that dude
Yeah.
right there. And he fails like the failure he is. Take this,
Oh,
stuck
hey,
out.
hey! I already vicious mockered it. Okay, you don't need to.
I like it's just sitting there pretending to be 18, and then it moves on to something.
I know.
It resisted? Oh, I did fireball. What an idiot. What an idiot. Can I re-roll that?
Yeah, it's different
Uh,
damage dice, so
I'll
you
just-
should probably
Yeah,
reroll
I'll
it.
just let me give him the 11 damage back
Yeah.
here.
Oh,
That was 12.
rookie mistake. Rookie
Yeah.
mistake.
Well, also, I mean, it's D6s instead of D10s, but it's cold
Okay.
damage.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, technically, you should be giving him back 5 health because it didn't take 11 damage. It took
Oh, it took half. Right.
Half
Yeah.
of that.
Yep.
So,
So I got to give
only-
5
5 more.
off.
5 more, 32. We should get there. Yeah.
Oop. How many?
87 hit points left.
Of his 360 hit points, he's still good.
That's
Got
it.
more hit points
That's
than
it.
Tiamat.
Wow.
That is it.
All right. Hellhound 7. Oh, come on, guys. Recharge your breath weapons. Let's just do these guys in. Get it together here. All right. He is attacking Kogaan. Sorry, Kogaan. You know, you're just
Okay.
you're big and you're right there. And
The odds are that he won't hit me.
Except it's got stupid pack tactics.
he misses.
Yay.
Excellent.
All right. Maggie takes another shot at Hellhound 12
You got this, Maggie.
with her longbow short sword.
It is your time to hit something. Yay!
It's your time.
She totally did. Not bad, Maggie. All right. Douglan, see if you can do any better than your daughter.
All right, he's gonna come down. Definitely. Should I do an athletics check? I really think I should.
Absolutely, you should.
I am doing it. Let's see.
DC 30.
Yep.
No.
Athletics. Where is it?
Wow.
I don't care. See if he falls.
Well, there's all this caustic acid all over
Nah,
the place.
you're
It's
good.
slippery.
He's
You're
okay.
good, Douglan. You hop down there like the old spry self you used to be.
He's coming right here. All
Ooh,
right.
nicely done.
He's gonna use another. These guys are beating up his new big buddy here.
Oh, nicely done.
There we go. I'm gonna stay within reach of both of them. Second attack. This guy. What? 2 hits in a row?
I know. Wow.
I
You're warmed
don't
up now.
believe it.
You're warmed up. It only takes you 3 rounds.
Oh, nice. Very
All right,
nice.
And then his butt end, I'm making sure I'm hitting -2.
Just click the -2 button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
There we go.
Worked that time. We still got to figure out where that extra +2 is coming from, though.
it's so weird. All right, that is his turn.
Alrighty, very well done, Douglan. All right, now take us to the captain.
Take us to the captain.
Boom, 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 boom.
So Lack jumps up on the ledge to try and get around Kogaan. I'm gonna say he can't swing down on this Hellhound though. He'll have to get back down next round. Kogaan.
All right. Keep flailing away like we have been here.
Off in the distance, you hear, "Go get him, Smoke
Come
Puff!"
on the rolls tonight. Hellhound 7, you must die.
You have crit a couple times though.
You hit.
Once. Oh my god.
Oh,
There's that one.
ouch.
Oucha.
Ouch. That is my turn.
All right. That takes us down to Hellhound 9, who is incapacitated. The general starts moving towards the end here. Clearly searching for Zorkar.
The Magnificent.
Landis.
Landis will hit Hellhound 7 with a mind sliver again, reaching from his mind into that beast's mind, causing it great pain. I can't see if that
It
Yeah.
failed.
Yeah, it failed.
It is a failure. Just like, yeah.
That sound that starts out with is hard on the brain.
Yeah. And that's what Landis will do.
Alrighty.
Kind of getting weakened from all the magical exertion.
Nightingale.
Nightingale jumps down and runs over to Kogaan. And hits him with, well, I should say hit. Touches him with the rod of healing.
Douglan notices that.
Notices that he doesn't hit Kogaan with the rod.
All right. I thought it didn't work unless you hit.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm just learning to use it better, Douglan.
And that'll be it for Nightingale.
Alright. Top of the order, Lafferty.
Alrighty.
So Lafferty, that creature, because I did Mind Sliver, it will be at a minus saving throw. It's till the end of my next turn.
Got it. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah,
cast.
but only on one saving throw.
Yeah,
Okay.
it only happens once, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Frostbite again. So it should have a -4, right, on the save.
I
Minus
can't.
D4.
It's a D4. I can't.
Can you
There's no
roll
effect.
a
I
D4,
can
or
put
do
on.
you want me to do it?
Just roll a d4 and we'll... Well,
Come on, 4. Yeah! Failed.
So it rolled a 12 as a save.
I thought the 14. Oh yeah.
it's a DC 15.
No, it's DC 15, so it only rolled a 12.
So it failed.
Yeah.
It failed.
So let me do the damage.
You're gonna have to change though. It's gonna show it's saved, so it won't take damage.
12.
Or it will.
Oh wow, max damage. We someone's doing
Nicely
it.
done.
Wowzers. Nicely done.
That was cold, Lafferty. That was
That was-
cold.
That was
That
just
was
nice
cold.
cold, baby. He's got like all these liquids. Like there's so many liquids that have been coming out of him. It's kind of weird.
Come on, we need a breath weapon. No.
Oh, you could get a lot of people too.
No.
Hey, I'm actually probably behind full cover with Kogaan.
That's true. He's big.
Although
in between
Douglan
his
is
legs,
moved in
maybe.
behind it, Hellhound 7 is just fully vested in taking down the giant. It doesn't have pack tactics anymore. Its buddy has moved on to the afterlife. Or returned to the afterlife.
Yeah.
And it misses Kogaan. All right, Maggie. Maggie does not have a clear shot. She will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to there and take a shot at Hellhound 7.
Snipe.
And she misses.
Lost her balance on the rail.
She's afraid to look at Douglan now. Douglan,
Me? For real?
Oh, now she'll look at Douglan.
Yeah, exactly. I was so mad. Oh, come on.
Oh, what's the bubble effect?
Uh-oh.
The target
What?
critically
You can't
hits
see
you with
with
a
that.
basic attack. Oh,
Good
it actually
lord.
gets the reverse.
It gets to bite you at a critical.
If this action is impossible, your original target gains an action point. So it gets to attack you, Douglan.
That's awesome. It was so bad that I actually...
That you actually gave it
did
the opportunity to attack you
Yes.
instead.
You
Yeah, I
shove your
basically
arm
just-
into its mouth.
Yeah, I whiffed and my face just ended up like 2 inches from its mouth.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
And it chomped you a good one.
That was it, yeah.
That'll learn you.
I'm afraid to even do my bonus. So, but I will. Oh, -2. -2 people.
-2.
People.
Yeah!
Upgrade.
That's quite a recovery.
Woohoo!
That was quite the butt end of fury.
Well, you know,
yeah,
you just got chomped. It's like, oh, Maggie's watching this all.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, that takes us to Captain Lackalok, which the captain is going to go here and then swing down onto the ground there, or climb down onto the ground there. And he'll attack Hellhound 7. He really wants to end this before it makes Douglan look any worse.
That'll do it.
All right, we just have our Dreamy Day Hellhound 9.
I mean, we could run it, or should we all
Kogaan,
go around?
are you gonna put him to his end?
We'll find out. I've been swinging very poorly.
Oh,
no.
my lord.
Dude,
Oh man, oh man.
well, at least it didn't wake up.
Oh.
My god.
That is
My
that
turn.
is just
Actually,
craziness.
I'm going to move so that people who can hit things can hit things.
Yeah, because you didn't hit it, so you didn't break it. Oh, dude.
That's awesome.
Wowzers.
Go get it. I'm ashamed.
Awesome. Hellhound 9 recharged his breath weapon as he sits there incapacitated.
Oh my god.
The general continues to stand watch for Zorkar. Landis, things are thinning out below you there, sir.
He'll be like, this thing will begin to attack after my magic wears off, and I will mind sliver its petty little brain with my magnificent cranium of justice.
Cranium of justice.
It fails. My cranium of justice. It could not handle your cranium of justice.
I gave it a few simple algebra problems to ponder.
That's great.
And then the column he's standing on crumbles down, and he's standing on the ground again.
All right.
Well, then it- Too soon? As Zokar the Magnificent appears and you restart the combat,
Oh my god.
that would be epic.
Did we pass your stupid test? Probably
There is no sign of Zorkar or any further hellhounds. The area, other than the sounds of the area, you don't hear anything unusual.
Shall we continue our way to the Timeless Temple to see if we can get this over with?
Hey, General, were you guys attacked the last time you came here?
Never. This is quite unusual and unexpected.
Was that Zokar here last time?
Zorkar has been the guardian of the Timeless Temple for as long as I have known its existence.
He ever flashed black eyes like this last time?
Never. There is something wrong. I don't understand it.
Should we make haste then?
Yes. As Nightingale has
Kogaan.
said, it is best we get to the temple.
Kogaan will drink a healing potion.
Do you need any more, Kogan? I can make a couple for you, no problem.
I have 4 of them.
Nightingale will walk over to Douglan and hit him with the
Do
healing
it from
stick.
you.
Really hard. Son of a bitch.
You're just getting these marks on your armor everywhere. You can tell how many times you've been healed.
I will drink another.
Nice. Thank you.
That's some pretty good cure wounds going on right there.
Well, I've got 1 heal left of the rod, so I'm not using it for the rest of the day, gents. Sorry. I think we're good. Let's go.
All right. Onwards to this temple.
With haste.
Then we can talk to this Zorkar fellow about what his intentions are. Very rude.
We'll let the gift take the lead since they've been here before.
You all, based on the way you've been meandering your way across the islands, you all have a pretty good idea of the direction you need to go in. You continue along, and in short order, you find your way to the island, the big central island. A single bridge crosses over from the island you're on. You can see the big temple building with the glass-domed roof. And you approach the temple. There is a big open arched entrance into the temple. There is nobody around that you've seen since you left the fight on the bridge. You can see into the temple, and it is every bit sort of the jungle theme that out here in the cavern is, or in the valley is.
Same foliage and stuff.
Yeah, it just continues inside, but everything is much like the purplish polished stone that the temple is. Inside continues with that sort of purplish gray, white, black, but purple being the driving theme through everything.
Would you like me to scout ahead?
I could send Pez if you'd like.
Yeah, sure.
It's open, right? Like it's
opened up inside, but you're looking through a arched doorway into the temple right now as you walk up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Pez should be able to fly in
Pez
there,
could
no
fly in there, absolutely.
It might as well send him in.
All right, Pez flies in under the door. It is, it's a fairly large area. The temple itself is probably a couple 100 feet in diameter. It is round, and there is fountains and lots of vegetation, and it goes in. There are several smaller buildings inside, the larger building outside. Is Pez going to check any of those buildings out?
Yeah, within, I think it's 100 feet that I can look through his eyes, so whatever that gets me.
Well, if there's no immediate danger, we'll move into that area, and then you can keep investigating, right? Like let's
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
kind of keep pushing forward.
All right, you all walk up,
Landis will help you along.
cross inside of the outer structure to where there's 4 smaller structures inside. The walkway continues straight forward. There is a structure ahead of you about 100 feet or so. You can see in through the front of this structure. You can see it almost appears from the angle that you're at that somebody is hanging from the roof in that structure. You can only see sort of the bottom half of a body coming down from the roof at the angle you're looking across through the archway into this additional structure.
I mean, are the legs dangling?
They're just hanging there. Yep.
This doesn't look good.
No.
Nightingale will stealth up there and have a peek.
Okay, give us a stealth check. All right, Nightingale, you make your way up to the entrance, and you peek inside. You see what appears to be Zorkar. It is the exact Zorkar you saw before. This Zorkar has white eyes. He is floating about 10 feet off the ground. His hands are crossed in front of him. He's just sort of in a, we'll call it almost like a mummy position. Floating up in the air, like the bottom of his feet are about 10 feet off the ground. There is a look of fear across his face. And there is this dark mist that is just swirling around and through him and all around him as he just floats in the air.
Ooh.
Okay, I will signal to the others to come forward.
Be like, I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't look good. Wizards?
Wizards? Yeah.
Does Lafferty, you said there's a mist circling him, right?
Yep.
Any recognition from Lafferty?
It's not void in nature. It is, you're not sure what it is, Lafferty. It doesn't give off the energy that you would relate to the void. It's just this mist that's swirling, and the mist kind of goes through him and all around.
Douglan, are we in danger?
Yeah, I was about to ask if is it within 60 feet?
You are now. You came right
From
up
the
there,
entrance? Yeah, I'm going to say yes.
All right, then I'm going to sense it divinely.
Okay, what does that sense again?
It senses whatever I want it to sense. No, okay.
Oh, wow, that's a good spell.
The presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears. So it's either or. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces until the end of your next turn. You know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You know the type, celestial, fiend, or undead, of any being whose presence you sense, but not its identity. Like, it just gives an example of Count Strad von Zarovich.
You would know it's a vampire, not a specific vampire.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Within the same radius, Sorry,
This-
you also detect
Oh, go
any
ahead.
place that has been consecrated or desecrated. So if if there's been sort of a ritual, then you would tell that as well.
Yeah. Whatever is swirling around this Zorkar is, well, you said it stinks. It stinks of a fiendish nature.
Oh, Nightingale. We walked into it again this time. What you see up there comes from hell itself.
Well, what do we do? Is that Zokar alive?
Well, let me ask you, like, we're in this section, he's, being basically what.
Yeah, you're looking into a building within the bigger temple structure. So that you walked
Like massive
in.
temple grounds.
Yeah, you walked into the big temple building with the big domed glass roof. Inside there are 4 structures. You've literally the walkway's taken you right up to the first structure. You could see soon as you walked in. And inside that structure, you're now looking inside of that structure, and that is where you're seeing that Zorkar floating above the ground.
And the Githyn Thor, do we know where we're supposed to go to meet this portal? Do they have an idea?
Again, they have never seen the temple from this side.
Got it. And they don't recognize anything yet.
Yeah. I mean, you guys saw the main temple structure. You saw the walkways come out the back to the 3 pillars. One is kind of whitish, one's grayish, one's black. You can kind of do the math there, where they're all going.
Does Landis recognize anything? Is this magical in nature, this fog? Is it something that can be dispelled or countered in any way, shape, or form?
The mist at the entranceways to each of the...
No, the mist that's passing in and out of
passing
Zokar.
around him. It does not appear magical in nature, and based on Douglan's vibe, that it is fiendish in nature, it is evil in nature. But it does not appear magical.
Just pull him down.
Yeah, let's try it. Douglan? Kogaan,
Okay.
you guys want to try to pull him out of there?
Guys, I am going to pause it right there.
All right.
For next session. Yeah.
We're about to wake up.
As you're all standing at the archway looking in at this Zorkar floating in the air with this black mist swirling around him.
It's a good spot.
We'll pick it up from there next time. Well done, guys. That was
frustrating.
Yeah, wow, the rolls.
Oh, you rolled
just,
like crap, man.
What?
Kogaan
Those
is
are the
having an
worst.
off night.
Those are the worst. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
before we close out for the night, is there any questions, comments, concerns, anything that you guys want clarification that we would include in the recording? We can chat afterwards as well. If there's anything that comes to mind.
Nothing story related, no.
All right. Well, I think with that, then we will close out the night. Thanks, guys.
Hey, thanks for getting the shirts, bro.
Yeah,
Yes.
no problem. We
Awesome.
good-looking bunch tonight. And so, thanks for watching. Thanks for playing. And I will sign us out for the night. Thanks, guys.